Right. We should be live by now. I know.
No one tell the Inquisitor.
No one tell the Inquisitor. No one tell
Should
the
all be alive.
Inquisitor.
No one tell the Inquisitor.
First thing happens, the Inquisitor gets told.
Mm-hmm.
Inquisitor comes down and is like, I heard you guys are still alive. I am obviously not doing my job properly. In 30 sessions.
You got to breathe it again.
Right.
have that.
He's just trying to. He's trying to do his job, but everyone keeps coming to him with bother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other factions do keep on making an absolute mess of things. It's true. We tend to have to be the clear-up crew.
Mostly the church, honestly.
Yeah, mostly the church.
Mostly
The Mechanicus.
the Mechanicus too. Yeah.
Well, the Mechanicus are still a church, so the statement is
It's different flavour of
you do make
church.
that point.
They're not a part of the Imperial Creed. Those two are very much.
What are you talking about? Mechanics didn't cause problems. They caused distraction for us. It was quite useful.
I'm just going to stare at the smouldering wreck of the Underhive section where the library used to be, and just go, yeah.
I would love to have an adventure part where we had to go into the Underhive, say to a deep place of a hidden temple that's underneath this very hive we're in right now.
No, we did that already.
No,
that hint is far too specific. Oh, okay. What do you know that we don't? What are you planning?
What are you talking about?
No, our plan right now is to crash a train into something.
Yep.
So that is, we need to be able to get a train to crash into it, so we need to go down the line to find a train.
Hopefully the autocannons.
Well,
I mean, they have the autocannon set up on the tracks, so they're definitely going to hit the autocannon.
I have too much of a headache to try and figure out how to give us plausible deniability of this being a local response to this. So I full say go balls out with our balls out. Balls out.
We did do some of that setup work last time, to be fair. I remember we were talking to some groups.
We got told mostly what is this in for me type deal.
Yeah.
Mostly it's going to be like, okay, we can't really prevail on mutual self-interest because it's, to be fair, we are outsiders and it's not to their self-interest. So the more practical thing would be strict bribery and just paying people for it to give us coverage so we can actually, when things kick off, we can do the fighting, they can do the running, and just be our political, basically be a political shield. Our political deniability, essentially.
Couldn't we get them a get out of draft free card or something?
Not necessarily we don't have that kind of pull. Bray has kept giving us more jobs, but he has not really been giving us here's all the NPCs. Let's go around and meet everyone that you can go and butter out to be good with. Everything has been more on work. What's up?
Well, you haven't asked to go around and meet the NPCs, so you just keep getting jobs.
That's fair.
Yeah, you do have the option to do that during downtime.
Yeah.
That is a downtime thing, yeah.
But you keep praying and building stuff, and yeah.
I would have enjoyed to know
getting
this.
People out of jail.
I would have enjoyed to know this
Not my fault.
Tracking long ago, but you know.
True, it's not your fault you ended up in jail this time.
But anyway, sorry, headache. So
it's
I'm sorry. I crave violence to share this pain with everyone else.
Fine, I'm pretty sure violence is on the offering today.
What I would say is this: if you want basic plausible deniability for what we're roughly planning to do, which is use a train as a blunt implement to smash the heavy weapon emplacements as we go in, you could just basically make up a bunch of flags and banners and that sort of thing draped on the side of the train of the local militias.
The main question, yes, we could use the iconography of the militia itself and then just make this look like a tragic accident of their own incompetence, which would be equally nearly as good as anything else.
I don't think that's what he was suggesting.
I'm not suggesting it as incompetence per se, more of they've gone off on their own and put a train into the station.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the incompetence thing is to bring down the if they are so Keystone Cops that they're actively killing themselves and each other by accident, that is very much good way to make sure they don't have any. They're more of a joke than they are a threat to any of your other normal person on the street. Well, their assignment is to kill them and get the thing open again. All right. So the thing is to remove them from the thing. This is also to define them as a political angle from the normal person. More than one thing can be done at a time, Blade. Everything does not have to be answered with no.
He wants to kill them and discredit them. This is much more difficult than just killing them.
So, making it look like they...
My point there was, though, we're supposed to make it look like the Imperium has a lot more support on planet than it does. If we just make them look like they're killing themselves, we don't really...
It would be a net neutral. It would be a net neutral outcome, which is a lot less of a headache that I have right now than going forth and trying to figure out how to, with as little local integration and pull as we have, to do so. We would have to take time out and actually go meet people and do other side jobs and take a lot more time that we do not have for this kind of thing. Or collect all our solars together, put out a couple of casting calls, and get a just a normal and get a normal mob of actors out there, and then use them as cover.
Are you like a rabble rouser? Like, isn't that your whole?
No, I'm a priest.
So yes,
I was a hive runner before this.
I'm just saying, why not go give a speech?
Because I'm not local. That I'm Imperium. I'm Imperial. I'm in thing. I would have to go and do a lot of reading. A lot of reading of their local texts to get any their own localized religion out there. Then I have to do a lot of penance post that for not preaching the Imperial Creed.
Or you just raise up a angry mob. No one's saying you have to engage in a religious mob. That was kind of
the intent of the speech, honestly.
Would be the angry
that's what
mob.
I was saying. Like, go rabble rouse.
I mean, these guys are currently blockading one of the big input ports for this for the Hive City.
Yeah,
that's going to cause problems.
Pissed off about this, even if they're not pro-imperial.
So I have to ask, who controls transportation here, Gray? What is the major shipping house? Teamster house.
I don't know if there's a house. It'd be run by the government. This is more of a democracy setup. So.
Yes, but depending. Well, even then, for certain factions, who would be the one owning the lines type. If it is owned by the government, then it would be somebody who has some hiring.
Are the local train engineers unionized?
Probably.
Well, just for train engineers, also loading and unloading, all that kind of such. The dock itself basically is the dock.
The thing is, Discard, the train engineers have access to the engines.
Yes, but you're going to tell them, hey, I want to crash one of your trains, and they'll look at you like, are you insane? You need to acquire a train, and that is either through hook or crook. And I think we're going to be more crook than hook on this. So we have to go. So we need to go get transportation somewhere else to get a train on the line to take and crash into it. So that's some research. We need to do some research rolls on the local train, and train adjacent information. Gray.
Right. Oh.
So give me a second. Let me go find my character sheet.
By the way, just heard by hook or by crook doesn't work like that.
Well, we're going to be by crook, or we're going to be by hook crooking on this because we have no hooks on people.
No, that's why I said that's not how that expression works.
No, don't get my shepherds out on you. Let's see. Presence, thing like that. Where's lore?
I mean, I suppose he is a shepherd of the flock in that sense of the word.
My hook or by crook is about wood gathering.
But language is flexible. All right.
I mean, they
Ray,
did use
what
a
did you
shepherd's crook to do it.
Yeah, that's where it comes from.
Yeah. Bill, how much can you get with a bill hook and a shepherd's crook? By hook and by crook.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da!
And it turned into essentially another way of saying by any means necessary. It's not really a.
Well, yes, but the way I'm using it is that either we do it by crook, meaning by illicit means, or by hook, by utilizing other people for illicit means.
I think the linguistic exercise probably has reached its endpoint. Let's crack on with the research.
Ray, would investigation be good if I look into who controls or runs the who do I need to talk to? Who runs or controls the train lines?
Yep, that would be
what part of the minister? Because I have investigation on that.
Yeah.
9.
9. A good 9.
Very nice.
The hot streak continues.
I
can't wait for combat where it all goes fucking downhill and we all die in a fiery blade.
Go to not the
working on
Chocolate Factory. What is that? What was that British train cartoon again? Show
Thomas the Tank
Thomas
Engine.
the Tank Engine?
Yeah, go get the conductor for Thomas the Tank Engine. I want to talk to him.
The conductor or the owner?
Yes.
Is he the owner of the train station?
All right. So you want to meet Sir Topham Hatt?
For God's sake.
Yes, Stove of Hat. Yes, I guess.
I am so glad I'm in Team Intel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The Topham Hatt, not wearing a top hat.
So bottom
How
of hat.
fucking dare he?
It's an old name.
I know.
My life is a
Government
lie.
cutbacks. You know. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Is he over here on the people, or where are you gonna put him?
I haven't got a picture for him.
All right.
It'll just be
Does he even have a?
Topham Hatt has plenty of pictures.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with Thomas all that well.
In fairness, not a lot of people are these days. It's a neat reference, my lord.
Don't know. Next thing you know, you won't be knowing about Ringo Starr voicing the whole thing.
That's actually a good point. I suppose if we get a train moving and have a narrator start speaking, Ringo Starr will spawn on the train. We can use Ringo to actually do the driving and the detonation work. That's not a bad point.
He'll just appear.
Ringo Starr just appears. What's happening? Someone hands him a detonator. What's going on?
Welcome to the deep lore and memes of Thomas the Tank Engine, which makes no sense to anyone outside of the UK, and I'm very sorry.
You know what?
Last I know, they bricked him up.
Yeah. What the devil? Oh, Armored Core, of course it is. It's depressing that I recognize that abomination.
Or better yet, we have this right here for future things from this faction.
Oh
no. God. Yeah, fair enough. Thomas the Tank Defiler.
Ugh.
Well, a man does a tank on his own.
Sure you get arrested for that, Sir Prentice.
That was meant to be Defiler as in the 40K unit. I didn't realize what I said until I said it. But there we are.
I still heard it in the first way.
Yeah, no, I know. I've realized that now. Mistakes on that.
No, the intended way. The way you intended.
Going back to it. My point was more, if we can get the people who actually run the train yard regularly on side, they'll probably be rather pleased if we tell them, hey, go knock over the fuckers impacting your business.
Well, we're the ones going to be doing. We're coming to them to be the person to be the solution to this. We just need, plausible deniability to be. Well, not. We just need cover to go in and do this.
I mean,
we will remove them. We will remove them from site. We just need to make this look like a union strike.
I feel like making our direct role in this as small as possible might be the way to go.
Well,
yes, that's our victory.
The Inquisitor's direct role as small as possible. Yes, our direct role is to be direct in this and murder and to remove the problem.
If we can get somebody else to do that for us, that's a win for us.
What I'm saying is,
have that kind
the
of
more
clout.
bodies that we have to throw at this, the less likely it gets traced back to us in particular.
those bodies will be us, and we can just wear funny mustaches and so forth.
We don't need to be us, though. That's what he's saying.
I'm saying if we rile up a mob so that they start the fighting for us, we can then do the fighting with them around us and make it a lot less obvious.
Yes.
Oh, right. I'm the only one who's fully a combat character here, so everyone else doesn't want to get murdered. Gotcha.
I mean, that too, yes.
Yeah, that too. But, like, I do genuinely think the more bodies we have rushing this station, the more legit it's going to look. If we just go in as, like, 6 guys, it's going to be very obvious that this
it's not going to be the main
outcry.
Well, the main thing would be that we need the public outcry to recover, and we can deal with the problem. I think it's just to get us deeper in enough to deal with all the problems.
I do genuinely think that we can allow the mob to do some of the work.
Well, we would need to acquire a mob first. We are talking about nebulous possible maybe mobs in this. So we're talking about nebulous possible mobs, and the main thing being that mobs either need to be driven by emotional distress and outrage, or have extreme personal interest in something. So you need to find what can motivate such outcomes. So we need to find the motivators for such things. Profit, money, and all that kind of stuff is a decent motivator, but it doesn't drive most people to, like, running machine gut nests. Fervor does that. Religious kind of does stuff like that when they think their capabilities are much further than their own. Their outcomes are more important than their own bodies. So, main thing being, we need to talk to. First things first. We're talking to Thomas Tekingio guy. What's his name again?
The Topham of the Rail Union.
Sir Topham of the Rail Union. That man. We need to talk to him first, because I can't I'm not a rocker boy from 2077 or 2045, whatever it's called, where I can just snap my fingers and have a flash mob on hand immediately through band work. I'm not
with that kind of attitude.
I'm an artist. I use paint. I did not pick. Did I pick music? Let me double check.
To be fair, it has been a few months, but I do like the idea of Mario not quite knowing what his artistic form is yet.
I mean, they aren't his skills. They were surgically implanted.
True.
I have classical painting talents. Or no, I have. Well, no, I have theater and music.
Does painting the town red constitute an artistic specialty?
If only I made a Harlequin, we can have the discussion.
Fair point.
But I don't think I could go out there with a guitar and start strumming. Let's let peace have a chance at them, and singing goodbye.
Yeah, peace is counterintuitive right this minute, sadly.
Gray, how much would it cost to get to acquire a guitar, to acquire a musical instrument of some sort?
100 solas or so. They're not going to be expensive. You're not looking for. You're just looking for like a basic one, aren't you?
Well, okay. How about a electric guitar and an amplifier servo skull to be the broadcast.
The servo skull would be a lot more expensive because they're not common here.
Fair enough. I mean, for 100 solar, that's pretty extreme for a guitar. If it should be, I think 100 solar would be a fancy guitar at least.
Yeah, possibly. I'm trying to think of. It's been a while since I've done. Where's the book? Where's the random rule book? Armory. Too far out because just filtration plugs are 20 solars.
Okay, so fair enough. I will rub out 100 solars.
Yeah, a las cutter is 170, and I think a good las cutter and a guitar are probably about the same.
170? Okay.
Yeah, so 100 seems about right. Same as a data slate or climbing harness. Whatever you trust.
I'll just do the.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Because I do have a robotic arm, I do have a silver hand, and a guitar. If I get some shade, I think I could start pretending to be a certain rocker boy from history.
God damn it, Johnny. Keanu Reeves at it again.
I don't think Johnny was a rocker boy, was he?
He was a rocker
Yeah,
boy.
But it's the reference he's going for with the silver hand, sunglasses, and electric guitar.
No, I know that. It's just like.
Yeah, Johnny was a rocker boy. He ran. He was the lead guitarist for Samurai and all that kind of such.
All right.
His entire, go ahead.
If you would like to look at the people page, I've managed to acquire a picture of Sir Topham.
Huzzah!
Oh wow, that's actually really good.
Huh. Okay.
Oh man.
That's a surprisingly good 40k version of the character. I'll say that much.
Yep.
Why do I imagine him speaking that sort of Blackadder-y industrialist voice to?
Yeah, he's got a bit of Churchill going around him, hasn't he?
He does a bit. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. He does.
He's a wider Churchill, which is saying something.
An accomplishment. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So you found him. You got your musical instrument.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, I don't know how these two things come together, but you know what? I have one.
Well, would you?
That's just discard.text, isn't it?
I don't know how these things work out, but I have them.
I have them, but I'm going to find out.
There we go. We got it.
Okay. Do we want to split endeavors on this then? Do some of us want to talk to Topham and some of us talk to the Union guys?
Topham is the Union guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was transport.
So, yeah, he is transport. He's part of the transport union, which obviously was unionized a long time ago and currently has completely gone off the rails.
Yes, that sounds like 40K.
Oh, it's like any.
What's up?
You good?
The transport union has gone off the rails.
What's a good pun?
Yeah, I'm going to drop a pun if I can drop a pun.
I was explaining for everyone who's confused as to my reaction there.
No, that's fair. I completely missed that one somehow. Good on you.
It was so normal that it didn't register.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best puns are like that though, and people walk away and just go, "Wait a second."
Yes.
You son of a bitch.
100%.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so the transport union was originally a proper union and is now basically just a glorified control network.
Oh yeah, so it is a government ministry then.
Yeah. It's been privatized and deprivatized about 4 times.
Wow, only 4. No. That's not bad.
This is the 40K universe. That happens slowly.
Yeah. This has been here for 10,000 years.
It has been hot potatoed between every you don't have okay, but like this, instead of having noble houses, we have multiple political parties in this in this thing, which basically play the same thing as the noble houses, except with more gets and gots in it.
Anyway,
so this has been basic hot potato between every political party who has claimed and used ownership of the railway for some reason. It's now the Teamsters have it and have had it for a century.
My angle here, you can feel free to do whatever you come up with, obviously, but my angle here is they're cutting into your business. Are you really just going to sit here and let them do that?
That sounds like a good angle.
Yeah.
I mean,
keep in mind though that I am off. Apparently, how are we arranged again?
I don't remember.
Of the train system.
Well, usually we're about between 5 and 6 foot tall, so we're sort of arranged vertically.
You know what I mean? Like, I forget how we posted up exactly.
I was on Sneak Team.
I was whatever. My point is, I'm not actually there, so you're gonna have to sell that.
How about this? That we've got the information from Sneak Team, and we have reconvene because I found this guy and we can all be there to talk to him directly.
I mean, my social is still pretty bad, so you're probably going to do the talking anyway. But
I'll be doing the rolling. But if you want, but team run a train on it is still
no,
in
No.
theory.
No,
No.
we are not calling it that. No. Like, I know where you're coming from with that, and the answer is no. We know what that stands for. We've been on Urban Dictionary before.
I don't know what you're
Come
talking
on.
about.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking
You
about.
say well, failing to hold back laughter. Yeah, no one believes you.
Google it. Google it, but
I know,
maybe go
I
incognito
know
first.
I know what. Look, I know what I'm talking about. I'm just making it a.
I know. Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. Note to self: come up with better team name than that, because.
Okay.
Team
So after
name at this point, we're not split company.
after spotting this train, if you can spot us a train for this, we'll find out.
I mean, in fairness, yeah.
Still bad, but I'll allow it.
I mean, we just don't want to get railed on this. Just make sure he doesn't want to get railed on this deal.
I do it on purpose.
Slap him.
We're avoiding that.
Slap him.
You're
Twice.
forcing it too hard at this point.
I know. Anyway, continuing on.
Right, back on the track.
Why are so many
Okay.
train terms obscene?
For those of you listening at home, I'm sure you've really missed this
Because-
highbrow content.
Because the majority of them are British from Britain, and Britons are, in Norway.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
British
I'm
from
obscene.
Britain.
Yes.
British from Britain. Well,
And
literally.
if there's one thing the
accurate, I
British
suppose.
need, it's to make up for the Victorian era.
Yeah, that is true. That
Okay.
is the first thing you've said. I agree with on that front. Yeah.
But the Victorian era where the entire Whitehall was just full of prostitutes.
Yes.
No, the Victorian era where the concept of sex was considered distasteful.
Well, that was on the outside.
Yeah, that was in like 1% of the society. The rest of them were having as many babies as possible.
Yeah, the problem is that 1% of society was the 1%.
Anyway, continuing on. We need anyway.
Yes, we need to actually get on with it.
So, Grant, on to what
Have you met us?
circumstances are we meeting Sir Thompson of the Rail Union?
I don't know. You found him. You
Okay.
haven't figured out how you're going to meet him. I don't have to tell you how you're going to meet him.
Maybe we shouldn't let Discard be the one talking because he can't even get the guy's name right.
I mean, here's my
Topham.
Topham. Yeah, Topham. Can I throw in two peers to a how? It might be, if this guy is some sort of entitled nobleman, as Gray is hinting, he might just be concerned with the practicality. And we could be an imperial party offering him a solution to a massive blockage of train in front of him. We just need their assistance with some supplies.
That was basically my suggestion earlier was
yes,
they're
sorry.
into your profits. We can help with that.
So, Gray, I need to. Would it be possible to do another investigation onto this man to find out any more personal details on him, or who he is, what he does? So I'm not rolling blind into this conversation.
I would say with the 4, you've got that details already.
Okay.
So yeah, he is a inherited gentry, the union head. Fifth in his line. He's done an average job. He makes sure the trains run on times.
Well, mostly.
Well, it's an old system. They've kind of worked the kinks out. It turns up, it loads, it moves on.
The trains run on time, except this one, because somebody's stopping them from getting where they need to go.
This is probably making him extremely furious because he's known to be quite a punctual man.
Yes.
He has executed several work crews for running late by walling them up in a tunnel.
As is tradition.
Serpentis gets that one.
Really, Greg?
I get that one. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The thing is, I knew that was coming.
God damn your eyes.
Well, it's like one of the darkest things he does. It works perfect for 40k.
Well,
Very funny.
no,
Of course he does it a lot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I take
like-
that point.
The second I heard the phrase "the guy from Thomas Tank Engine," I knew that was coming at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm
it's on you for not seeing that coming, Serpentis.
Yeah, touche.
I didn't. You willed this character into being. I'm just running with it. Right.
I know.
Now,
I know
discard
this.
will be character into being.
Everyone else is now running with it.
Running
Okay.
away.
Okay. I will shelve the normal attempts at joviality, and I try to hide, to put away my deep hyper accents
So,
of my character.
he's well known for not liking poor people, not liking shirkers, not liking people who waste his time. He likes trains very much.
Odd. Very odd.
Yeah. And yeah, generally believes the best thing in life is a train turning up, loading up with goods, and moving on. Passengers, problems. People, problems. Trains, perfect.
It sounds to me like I should be the one talking to him.
Yes,
I'm not
I do
there.
believe. I do.
Yeah.
Well, are you not here? Are you not here?
Or have we reconvened? I can't recall.
We reconvened.
I will say. I want to say we've reconvened. Traded notes. I found the guy. You found the stuff. You found the details. And we can go as a group to talk to this person, at least the most washed of us. Go talk to this person. No offense, Kildor, but you do still reek of oil at the moment. He might like that. I don't know. And go talk and go broach to this man. He does enjoy. He is a man of class and of higher class. So we need somebody here who is a noble, points gestures over at Eric, or of high stocks, gestures over at Sarkis. I do believe you, between the two of you, you can bring him to an admirable point for our endeavors here.
Considering I have a character and air of authority. Ooh, and Dealmaker. When did I get that?
Eric might be a noble, but he's still very much not posh.
All you need to do for being a noble is take your nose, put it nicely in the air. The thing about being posh is that you may not want to be posh, but poshness is an air that you radiate from yourself. It is this aura of contempt.
Okay, so what you're telling me is I need to eat a lot more cabbage.
Yes. But anyway,
that's not where I thought that sentence was going. But yes.
Where did you think that sentence was going? Because now I'm curious.
I thought you were going to go for the aura of contempt, armor of contempt.
Sabina, if you could, if I may ask you, my dear,
specifically said it wafts.
Dear sister Sabina, would you go and lend your air of murderous rage behind them as their vicious attack dog?
No, I don't think we should do diplomatic. What's his names with the blank around?
Yeah,
probably. Okay, fair enough.
I do tend to cause discomfort.
Me and you.
Plus,
we can
play the interrogation.
We can play. That is true. We can play the role as their bodyguards, but at a good serviceable distance, not to overhear our betters. The words are better. How's that?
Correct. As long as we stay within emergency distance, they could go off to a different room, do the negotiations, and we are not out of place. That'll work fine.
I have my boarding shield with my power sword, sheathed inside of it, and I look as regally as possible, despite my air of my rumpled air.
Half my equipment is master crafted. It just looks good.
I hope you don't need to use either of those things for
this. Agreed.
Meeting.
As the good book says, hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. But let's find out.
Ray, remind me, what was this train station called again?
Gate 6.
Do you have her name? Oh yeah, Gate 6. Right.
Great, because I know about this guy. He's not interested in wasting time, so we're going to be coming in there and telling him exactly what we intend to do.
All right. Well, you're the one with social here, so
this is sadly true.
All right.
There it is.
The rail union is kind of middle of the station, but on the same level. Middle of the city on the same level. So it's kind of almost like a nexus. It's got one of those giant, the turntables you have trains for trains.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got one of them, but they could do like 20 trains at once. And it's got mini turntables to point them in different directions. It's probably quite an impressive thing to look at.
And these are 40K trains, so that thing must be fucking massive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does the axis of the turntable make up one of the primary supports for the hive?
Probably, yes. This is like ground level, though. So Because you don't want to run a train uphill.
Right.
That's inefficient.
This is true.
You know,
So his office is probably built into that central spire, so with a kind of complete turnaround window, so you can look out on this complex machinery, trains coming in, getting turned, moving, turning. The whole thing's constantly moving. And in there, he's got his office overlooking all of that. Have you made an appointment?
Discard, have we made an appointment?
Give me 1 second, Gray. What would I need to roll to make up to have had an appointment slipped in?
Or was it Kildor who was our other talkie guy? I cannot remember.
I am a talkie man. I am the so give me a second. Gray, what do I have to do done to put an appointment in?
Forbidden lore bureaucracy is no longer a thing.
Damn it.
is it not?
No.
I mean, you can make it a thing. It's really easy.
Yeah, it's not in the book, but it's very easy as a, hey, invent a specialty. It's on brand.
Probably charm.
What would we charm? Okay, so that'll be rapport.
Got to make yourself look important stuff. What you going in as? What is your cover?
We represent a concern that is interested in resolving the Gate 6 situation.
We're problem solvers.
All right, make a roll.
We have a mutually beneficial idea.
I am going to. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend fate on this afterwards to reroll if necessary. It's 1.
This is success. All right. They find you a 5-minute appointment.
5 minutes.
Yeah. He's a very busy man. He's got
of course.
Someone else cancelled, and they can slot you in now.
Cancelled.
All right. You have a problem. We can solve that problem. We just need a train.
You need a train? Why would you need a train?
Looks at Taryn.
He
We have
also
a
looks at
solution
Taryn.
for the Gate 6 issue.
He leans forward, keeps his hand, readjusts his top hat, keeps his hands again. Go on.
We're willing to provide the backbone. We do need some additional muscle and or crowds. We would very much appreciate having a engine in order to provide the initial distraction to allow our forces to move into place.
An engine for a distraction?
Yes. It's very distracting having a train engine barrel down on your fortified positions.
My word.
I will at this point pull out my slides of the fortified positions.
They've dug in. Oh, they defaced some
As
of the
you can
station.
see,
But
yes, it's very insulting to the machine.
how would this train, say, barreling down? Want to ram your way in?
If necessary.
Would this cause any damage to the train?
I'm sure the train will be fine.
Right. These trains, they've been in the families, the Union, for generations. Losing one would be a massive hit to the Union. It would interrupt timetables for weeks.
I understand.
Your timetables are being interrupted for a lot longer than a week if this goes on.
However, the timetables are currently interrupted. Things cannot get worse.
He looks at the board that's mounted on the central part of his office, and it's got a lot of red on it. I'm having to shuffle a lot of stuff to avoid Station 6. Gate 6.
Yes.
But it's a risk. But what about damage to the station?
I can't imagine there being much significant damage to the station. They don't have any heavy weapons.
Right. All right, maybe a charm check, but it's going to be a hard one.
All right.
Because he really likes his train.
Yes. Is anyone able to provide me an advantage on a rapport charm?
I mean, the only one in there, unless you have your I'm really being muscle, so I'm sorry, not me.
Was that?
Is anyone able to provide me an advantage on rapport charm?
asking Discord.
I'm just. I could, but I'm not close enough.
Did you say something? There's the bad rolls.
Yeah.
Well, you can flip it, can't you?
No, you have to declare that before you roll.
Yep.
Yeah, it's part of the checkbox. I can re-roll it.
Yeah.
Great. Do I get any advantage for having master-crafted equipment, which makes me look significantly more important than most normal people?
I won't give you full advantage for that. Maybe get a +5.
You can just use a fate point for this one time.
I can't do a +5. I can only do +10s.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I can do a success level, or wait, there's +5. I found it, hiding at the top.
I'd say it should be. The whole reason of having a D100 system is so you can be granular.
Yeah. All right, I'll spend my fate point for an advantage then. This is not an easy roll. Thank you very much, Mr. Advantage.
Yeah,
I'm going to take you out for drinks.
But
So the way I see that is he's going to turn us down, but then one of those red numbers gets a little bit bigger.
it
Double
kind of
digits.
chains, like a whole other station goes offline. Because it's like the unloading of that's taking too much time.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of slams his hands on the desk.
Take those kind of things.
Yeah, that is a grain silo, not a meat silo. Why are they doing that? Get me that gate back open. He brings down, he's got like an old rotary phone, like kind of comm unit on his desk. Pulls it up. Yes, this is a controller. I'm going to release one of the units to a group of operatives. Yes. Bring them Tomas the Holy. Yes, Tomas the Holy. You've got your engine. Do as little damage as possible.
Jaunty salute.
Settles back. May the train be with you.
May it never be trained.
Green spirit will be honored. I'll make a cog sign.
Does this planet have a fucking train cult?
Yes.
It does now.
It does now. They will be very happy with the Mechanicus. We value trains.
Yes.
Yeah, and our trains are even older because we didn't lose contact with the Imperium for 10,000 years.
I'm willing to believe that there's like a cult, like a subcult for most machine networks, and you can see trains. I mean, there's train cults now, basically, isn't there?
Yeah.
You can imagine people getting so into their trains that their entire religion forms around keeping the trains running online.
So they're well trained for it, at least.
Where's my stick that I used to beat some sense into people?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, hang on.
It's right here in the weapons section of my character sheet that I can't reach right now. What a pity.
Right, we have acquired train.
We have acquired license to train.
If we do this properly, we can at least acquire what kind of faction would you say this man would be a part of, Gray? And the big old faction thing?
Trains.
He's clearly part of the local Mechanicus.
Yes, he's definitely Mechanicus style.
He's the equivalent anyway.
Yeah.
So, Equip Mechanicus, quote, local, end quote, got you. Or bracket, local, close bracket. Okay.
Him and Atari are going to get along real good.
All he has to do is remove his flesh and become part of train. They wear the train masks.
All right. Are we getting a carriage or just the engine?
I only asked for the engine.
It'll be the whole lot, I think, so you're not going to split them up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Better than expected. And harder to stop.
So we also got those combat servers from the fighting ring, right?
Ah, yeah.
Stick them on one of the carriages.
All right.
Yep, and then we had a plan to basically do a cattle call to hire people and say, "Great, you're all hired. First thing to do, get on this train car."
Oh boy.
That was part of the plan last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like hearing it is wow. We're
I was thinking that we could play that this mostly can be played off as a train union take decisive action to the train will run on time and it will not be stopped.
Oh, definitely.
Essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
See, I was
mean,
kind of
that's what we
planning
just
on-
did just now.
I was kind of planning on a minor derailment so that when it stops, the servitors can jump out and start blasting.
Or be ordered to at least.
Well, yeah, obviously though.
They're servitors. They follow their orders.
Mm.
No, we're not blowing it up. We're not nothing. No explosives.
No, we're not blowing up the train, and they don't have any armaments capable of blowing up the train. It might get a little scuffed, but it will be fine.
Yeah. Provided it doesn't derail horribly and smash through the entire station. Why did I say that out loud?
You said that
I don't
out
know.
loud. You have doomed us all.
All right. So you are
I'm still
transporting.
wondering why we have the whole train and not just the engine and maybe a couple of cars with good brakes.
Because there is no goddamn way they're taking the engine off of that train.
Anyway,
The engine's just
you
the
were
first
saying-
car. You
You were
decouple.
saying, Gray?
The engine has been stopped at a station like a few kilometers outside of the walls, like the last loading station. So you can easily get yourself shuttled across to that. You can call your contacts up and they can shuttle some combat servitors across. You made lots of friends
good.
and they're going to kill lots of people.
Oh, yes. Before they
Always.
do, can we try and rouse some rabble to demonstrate in front of the train station on the opposite
Well,
direction from where we're
Yeah,
going?
okay. I was about to say we don't want to be running them over with this, but yeah.
No, but we definitely
Actually-
want our enemies to be looking the wrong way.
Well, no, see, the thing with that, though, is if everyone is on the opposite side of the tracks, the train running through isn't going to do a whole lot of damage.
On the same track, just looking the opposite direction from us.
It's primarily to get rid of.
Oh,
it's
okay.
primarily to- It's primarily to get rid of
want
their
them on the
autocannons.
outside.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
And yes, the thing I want to do is make sure that the people are looking the wrong way. I don't think there's any way they're going to move autocannons.
Well, yeah, I was more like, oh, you're going to have them on the other side of the station to where we're plowing the train through. We'll take out the autocannons, but not many people.
Right.
But if you just want them, like, actually doing the demonstration or whatever on the opposite side to where we're putting the train in, like, on the same track. See, like, what I thought you meant, you have the crowd down here, but the train comes in through here. What I think you're saying is you want the crowd over here, and the train comes in.
So I'm assuming that the left side is the exit to the outside of the hive.
That's
Yes.
what it looks like.
Yep.
So the train will be coming from that direction. So I want the
Yeah.
riots to be happening on the other end.
Well, no, the train is inside the hive. Is the problem?
Right?
Yeah.
Am I backwards on this?
No, the right's on this side. You want the right's down here. And then
Right.
the train will come in.
So
Yeah,
the train's
that's fine.
coming from outside the hive to inside.
Oh,
There's-
wait, no,
There's
okay,
not
I
much
get it.
inside the hive that's got the rails. This is where it stops.
I get it. We're sending it around because I was under the impression that the train was inside the hive.
No, the train's on the outside of the hive, about to come in.
Okay.
I think you're the only one who had that impression because I was always like, no, the train would be coming into the hive because from the outside.
Yeah, no, I for some reason I was under the impression that the train was parked at an internal station.
But we have train, and we need to.
And I really wish I could get my hands on one of
we
those
can-
one of those energy shields for this thing.
So I would take it that the bonus objective on this is to ensure that there is minimum damage to the station, and so we don't bring any explosives or grenades, right, Gray?
Up to you.
I'm bringing
I mean-
smoke grenades, but that's all.
Okay, but
I'm
no.
I'm still bringing my Melta. Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay, just be careful. Don't cause don't try to brain things and double fail and cause a horrid horror frost moaning of just tax spirits the place. All right.
That's kind of
Oh,
why
yeah.
That's kind of why I'm bringing the Melta gun, is so that I don't have to rely on the thing that causes the Hellmaw.
Or better yet, do so, and we can at least say that it would at least be used for we could be used for cold storage and cold deliveries. How's that?
No,
Use the eternal
we take no
ethereal
responsibility for the interactions of the warp.
continuous ethereal chill to
Look,
allow.
The Melta will be perfectly useful when the single Chaos Terminator on the planet shows up.
Fair enough.
Or maybe he's just a normal Space Marine. It's really hard to tell when you're, squishy. He's big and has huge shoulders and too many spikes. He's clearly evil and probably a Space Marine of some flavor.
Probably yes. But we'll find out the hard way shortly, I imagine.
Indeed. He's also completely immune to bullets.
Bastard.
Even more bullets, which happens to be my combat specialty.
Anyway, but yes. So we have the train.
Yep.
We have the troops.
Yep.
We just need the distraction now, if I know correctly.
Yeah, you just need the riot.
Yep. And they're keeping all the best stuff for themselves.
They're stealing all the, valuable trade goods during all of this. Don't you want your food? Don't you want your salt? Salt was a weird choice there, but
It's a valid one though.
I think they can recycle salt fairly easily. But what do I know? I'm not a hiver.
Thinking about yes, but I am thinking about how to acquire local.
Well, you just get up on your soapbox and start grandstanding.
Fair enough. I will start grandstanding on my soap. I will go get my soapbox and start grandstanding, Gray.
Right. Imperial soap made from people.
Well,
oh god.
Yes, it's also very effective.
Impossible.
I will even use my newly acquired guitar to apply a musical backdrop to my ranting.
If it's charming,
Ranting and or raving
about my fellow hivers and all people, lend me your ears. These people speak for you and say they are in your defense. But are they truly defending you, or are they decide appointing themselves your masters? If you fall to these militant juntists, they will go and expand their military grasp upon more and more of the hive to bring you under their boots. If you really truly want to maintain liberty, you must throw these people out and off your shoulders and let the trains move again.
Sounds good.
Yep, make your roll.
I'm going to make an investigation check to find a local business that is out of stock for him to do this in front of. Like closed because they can't get supplies in.
Oh yeah, that's a good racket actually.
That's definitely worth at least plus 20.
Or inquiry. Go. Gray, is this a challenging difficulty?
It will be, yes.
Okay.
Not a whole lot of people. God damn.
Yep.
You stole my
It's the local chicken wing place.
Oh no.
Fresh, never frozen. Closed for the duration.
Can I get a success? Can I get a modifier for that, Gray? Or
no. You found an entire goddamn high street that's just boarded up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it just started, but yeah, no, it's like, and more importantly, my good friends, you will soon run out of booze.
Right. Roll with advantage.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Roll with advantage.
Let me go with that.
Roll, you still get advantage.
Yep.
All right, let me go with.
Ray, do I give him any bonus success levels for my success?
You gave us the advantage.
That was the advantage between the
I
two
can
of
do
you.
that without rolling. I have charm, rapport charm.
Fate.
Okay.
Test.
Okay. Oh, there we
There we
go.
go. 4.
I think we're good.
Yep.
I
The,
think,
the,
yeah.
the thought of
You-
losing
you
their
wish-
kebabs and beer causes the lower hivers to riot. They're suddenly streaming rapidly towards the gates. I mean, a few shots stop them because they're not ready to actually fight anyone, but they're making their presence known.
Right. And they'll keep rattling for at least a
They're
couple
being
of
very
hours.
distracting.
Yes.
And I will take a recorder I have with a recording of my ramblings, put it next to a microphone as I duck out of the crowd with my indistinguishableness.
So, do y'all
And
want to be
join
on the
everyone
riot
else.
side or the train side?
I thought we were coming. Well, the train side
Train.
has less autocannons pointing at us.
Train, obviously.
There's autocannons pointing both ways. There's just more
Yes.
autocannons pointing out than in.
So yes, let's go with train side. I would say.
I'd agree. Train side. It is.
Right. Thomas the Holy has been fueled, ready to go.
Really wish I had like one of those energy shields. Oh well.
They
Well,
start.
technically, right now we have all the energy shields we need. The train.
The engine
Yes, I was
starts.
going to put it on the front of the train.
You start here powering up, and the tech priests who are there begin the sacred music. Dun, 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 dun.
Damn your eyes.
They start chanting, and you begin pulling off. Yeah, it's like on an organ.
Yes.
Okay,
Classic
that would-
Imperial.
That would actually go pretty hard, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yes.
it would.
not even a joke. It
Big
probably
organ.
exists already. I can't.
YouTube, get on that. Find us an organ remix of.
I've got Thomas the
Thomas
Tank
the Tank
Engine heavy
Engine.
metal.
There you go.
I mean, that's a start.
Be careful, Gray. You don't necessarily want to get your.
It's okay, don't mate.
No, I don't think he's gonna play it on
No.
train.
Fair enough. But yes, we are currently Thomasing this tank engine towards those guys.
We're gonna tell me to fuck out of this place.
Well, not too terribly much. We still want to again. Anyway, continuing on.
Trains will run
Train.
on time.
That's the rallying cry of this riot. I quite like it.
Yes.
It'll
From
do.
this side, yes.
The train shall run on time. The
All
train
right.
shall run on time.
Kabam.
It moves forward. Okay, so it's not going to be a long journey because you've picked a relatively close stop. But you can see the city coming up quite quickly on the view screens. I'm assuming you're going to be putting pedal to the metal.
Oh yes.
The goal is to be moving slightly fast into the stop. Not so fast we overrun the whole, run out the other end and into the rioters.
I think actually the term to use here is balls to the wall. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but
No, that will get us all killed when it derails and goes through
Yeah.
4 supporting pillars and collapses half the hive on top of us.
okay, fair.
we are
enough.
going at invasion speed, but not at derailment speed. Greg.
Yes.
Yes.
The term is ramming speed, which is
Yeah.
not maximum speed. It's slowing down just enough you don't
Yeah.
hurt yourself when you hit the other guy in the face.
We are rolling over anything on the tracks, but we're basically enough so we can get in, hit the brakes hard, reach into it, and jump out with all
Yeah,
our.
I figure
with our
we're gonna
boys.
we're gonna slam the brakes on first contact with either the sandbags or the autocannons.
Oh, the brakes are going to get hit probably a good 500, 600 feet before we.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time to stop one of these things.
Remember, this is a train. Its weight is measured in tons. Those
No, this
sandbags
is-
stopping power is measured in pounds.
This is a 40.
In my defense, I don't really know exactly what scale we're working with here because
We're
this is
working under the 40.
This
We're-
this could be 7 kilometers across for all I know.
True.
Trains in
But the train
40k,
would be
like if you go from the Space Marine games, when you've been on trains, they're about 10, 15 meters wide.
On the other hand, Necromunda.
Or the Necromunda, yes.
The Necromunda game, where the train is essentially a
Where the
moving
train is the
platform.
size of a city in and of itself.
where the train is the size of a light cruiser.
I
Actually,
think
no. Individual train cars are the size of cities.
That's even bigger.
That's crossing like the wasteland, isn't it?
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
essentially the function of this train too.
We don't only have
Right.
a
This
wasteland.
planet
We
is
have
mostly secured, so nothing is attacking you in the wasteland.
Yes. Unless, of course,
Yeah,
a
we
bunch of random Imperials end up in your farmland and start shooting things up. But you know.
Hey, that happened once.
We never attacked a train even once. We saved a train earlier.
Let's just say
True.
this.
It's true. We did that.
Let's cut the difference and just say that it's like 2 to 3 trains stacked on each side. How's that? It's like 3 trains wide.
Wide?
Oh wait,
Wide?
Yeah.
no,
the thickness
actually,
of-
that
of-
might
of-
work if it's using both sets of tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's using
Yeah.
both sets of tracks.
Oh.
Polo style. That works.
Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking, how you think 3 trains on one track? I got fairly confused there.
Yes, we are not fitting one per
Well,
track.
no, it's one train, but it's as wide as 3 trains because it's using 2 sets of tracks.
Ah, yes. Each pound weighs 10,000 tons. I understand.
Okay.
It's triple wide.
Right, you're coming in. Approaching the
Happy train
station. Preparing.
Hit the brake.
Break.
We're coming in for a hard
right.
stop.
Now, what
That's
kind
good.
of check is it to correctly crash a train?
Who has pilot ground vehicle?
I have
actually, all
45
jokes
agility.
aside. I think I actually.
Or no, 40.
Yeah, hang on a minute. I've got 45 agility. Do I actually have pilot ground? That's a good question. I have pilot civilian.
Yes.
Technically a civilian.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a war machine, is it? at the
Oh,
end
you're
of the
right,
day?
you're
This
right.
is a civilian transport.
Yeah, this isn't a military. It doesn't fly. It's not a void
Well,
ship.
certainly.
It's civilian.
Yeah, exactly.
I get the idea that that's not exactly what they meant when they put that
But-
together, but hey,
Hey.
fuck it,
But-
use it.
What are the
Yeah.
actual pilot engineers of the train rolling at?
That's a good point. Because if they roll better than me, then there's not much point me doing it. But
Rolling at 50.
You know,
I'll put myself as the pilot. They're rolling.
We're
at what?
assuming they've driven this route before and know how much stop you need to stop at the correct point,
It's true.
They're rolling at 50.
and assumedly how much stop you need to stop before you run off the end point.
So,
Okay,
I will
if
say
they're
this.
rolling at 50. We can provide them with. Oh wait, fuck. The other thing is
you know what?
they don't get fate points.
Yes, I would say
No,
this.
but we
that
can
the
give
better
them
idea would be.
advantage.
I would say that we would work with Sabine, and Sabine would be able to fate point if something goes wrong.
Yeah, like they're rolling exactly the same as me, but you have a point and I can use
There
Okay,
is- there- So I will say this. Can I use my tech know-how to provide advantage, or does it have to be piloting?
We can just
I
get
will-
advantage from the NPCs.
Okay.
Yep.
So
yeah,
yes,
because
you
they're
have the
trained
skill.
pilots, so that should do.
So Sabine is currently has a Sakar, the top hat, which is important and necessary workers uniform for the train driver.
I mean, I assume that we're all, doing train company stuff, but I wouldn't be dressing up as the driver. The minute we jump off, you're going to have a train call. So that's what she's dressed up.
This
Transport police
yes,
is
we
very
are.
angry.
guy just somehow
we are.
found a conductor's uniform from somewhere.
Yes.
They gave it to me. They gave it to me on the way in.
That is the joys of advantage.
Fit you so well, they
Do
said you
you
could keep
want
it.
to go ahead and are you going
Ah.
to risk the reroll?
I mean, I do
Well,
have advantage on this,
That's good though.
and I'm prepared to
you
say
did-
leave
you
it
did
at that.
succeed.
Yeah,
It's actually a better point is you might need those fate points for combat.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I think we
Yeah.
will. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm happy to let that +1 ride.
All right.
Ba-dum-tis.
Everything's going well until the shooting starts.
That does
Yay.
tend to be how it
As it
goes. Yeah.
usually does.
Missiles start reaching out from the place. Also, can start firing.
Missiles.
Wait, when did they get missiles?
They're
That's
manpower.
illegal.
Oh fuck, man! That's
The what?
They got shoulder-mounted missile launchers.
Oh man,
Did not see those.
Nope, you only saw
No,
the,
nor did I.
the encampment. You saw the
well.
machine guns down. These have obviously come out of buildings. Like the first one slams into the front of the train, taking the skull off the
Hey, can I
front.
try and shoot them down?
With
I have
what?
quick draw. My auto pistol.
No.
It's got long
typically
range.
It's not really an AMS weapon. I hate to say it.
I'm gonna lean out of the side of the train and unload a full
Yeah,
mag
you can
downrange.
go for it. It's
I'm
just
sorry,
roll.
you are not Cherry Boy Hunter. You cannot pull that shit off.
Oh, he can
No,
try.
I'm target.
Look, I'm not going to stop him looking cool, leading out the train and shooting. I'm not saying he's going to do anything. But he can do it because it looks cool.
But they did.
Okay, if he rolls well enough, though, you have to let him have this.
No, he rolls what you expect. Impressive success. One of the bullet hits the missile and does absolutely nothing. That's an impressive success.
Yeah.
You managed to deflect it very slightly, so it goes slightly to the left of the skull.
It hits the top of the fuel tank rather than the middle of the fuel tank.
Yeah.
I'll take my
The
wins
effect
where
is
I can
much
get.
the same.
Wait, when did these get penetrating 3? That's right, because I've got man-stopper bullets equipped.
Don't use man-stopper rounds on a missile. That feels excessive.
It gives it pen 3.
I'll be honest, I don't think pen 3 is going to change dick when shooting at a missile. It's going to matter more when you're shooting people.
Yes.
Anyway, the train gets a bit. The train gets
Actually,
a bit swapped out.
Actually, it might work better on things that are heavily armored but squishy.
Yeah, man-stoppers go through armor.
I'd say 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I think the point is we haven't got the missile.
If Darren can shoot at the missiles themselves, can I see the guys with the manpads?
Yes. But they're quite far away because the missile's got a very long range compared to what you've got.
How far is quite?
Well, the missiles can shoot for like hundreds of meters. And the train is a big target.
I more meant like what's the range?
I'll probably be extreme at this point. You can wait until you get closer.
Yeah, I'll wait until we get a little bit closer.
Sadly, we're moving way too fast for smoke grenades to be of any use at all.
I don't think smoke grenades would be of much use even if we were stopped because we're in a friggin' train.
Cannot target. Cannot target.
All right. Well, anyway,
my point is, you're not going to be able to smoke the entire train.
Anyway.
True.
Anyway, So the train is taking some minor damage, or how much?
At the moment, minor damage.
About how far out are we in terms of how many more roughly hits are we going to take before we reach the station?
If you go in, they're probably going to get a couple of rounds off.
Okay, because
so we need to go.
If we can kill a couple of them, it's a case of. Do you think you can snipe a couple of them, and therefore we're taking less missiles before we hit the station? If not, we need to put the speed up.
My Melta is long range because I have the attachment. So
is my pistol.
Well, probably can do better sniping missiles with a. Would you say being able to snipe a missile with a Melta, Gray?
I was thinking more the people than the missiles. If I'm 100%.
If we take
the people are extreme, so we would need to have had a sniper.
Well, we're getting closer to them is the thing.
Rapidly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait until we're in range.
Yeah, as soon as I can make out a target, I'm going to fill him full of bullets.
Can the train attempt to parry?
No.
It's worth a try.
You can't parry a missile.
All right, so that one hits hard.
Flares.
The train suddenly deploys those, like planes where they fire all those flares out at once. The train suddenly does that.
Yeah. I've seen combat. I've seen all sorts of nonsense.
Surprised if a train did actually.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just.
This is 40K.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I could have talked to my friends in the Navy and seen what about up armoring this train.
Actually, wait a second. The Melta gun is a heat gun. Can I?
Set things on fire as we go.
No, I was just gonna use the heat from the Melta shot as a flare.
Yeah, just target a point in front of us.
You can start shooting randomly if you want.
I won't stop you.
We needed to.
No,
It'll make
this
you feel
thing,
better.
This thing takes forever to reload, and it only has 5 shots. I'm gonna wait until I can actually potentially hit something.
Yeah, it's probably the best.
Especially since we want to minimize damage to the station too.
Yes.
We're going to get.
Because
We're
it's
going to get
still a
yelled.
Melta.
We've already got to the point where we're going to get yelled at. So let's just move on. Let's just accept it and move on.
All right.
I'm pretty sure we can shift all of the blame to the rebels.
I mean,
That's
we
true.
did give
Yeah.
we did give a guarantee. We did give a guarantee of its safety, but you know,
The train will be fine.
Yeah,
Right.
The train will not be destroyed.
Someone switches tact. The next missile doesn't aim for the train. It goes for the track.
Tracks, isn't it?
I shoot it.
Yep. Okay, that's going to be an
Okay.
issue.
This one might be. I'm gonna try and shoot this with my Melta.
All
Do
right.
we have any
Yeah,
psychic
that's-
powers that work on missiles?
No, we're too far out for any of my powers anyway.
Oh, okay.
The best I've got
Yeah, I
is
think-
medium.
Uh,
Oh, he missed anyway.
There'll be one more before you get in.
Okay.
Okay, at this
Do we
point,
want
we've
me to
gotta
turn
be
the
close
speed up
enough
at the
now.
last minute?
we have one more. We only have to do is survive one
Okay.
more.
Fine.
I attempt to parry the missiles.
I attempt to parry them. I attempt to block the missile
Yeah,
shot.
great.
grenade
I
with
assume
my-
at
with
this
my
point
shield.
we're close enough that I can actually get a bead on
Yep.
these guys.
Oh, yeah, if we're in shoot them range, I'm shooting them.
Okay. So
Please do.
Do you have
you're going
any-
fast.
Any
They're
convenient
behind
red
cover.
barrels nearby?
There's no explosive barrels nearby.
Hooey.
But we
Um,
do know where they're coming from because those.
Yeah, you've seen a couple. They are relocating slightly, but you've got an idea. They're trying to stay in cover. There's not that many, because it's a hole, there's not many places they can go.
Yeah.
What are we rolling at?
Dunk. I'll add.
Permission to update token.
Let's drop
If I
you.
remember right, cover just flat out gives you armor.
Oh, why have I dropped Marber in? The
Great
quiz
question.
comes out from nowhere. Like, what are you doing with this train?
Surprise reinforcements. Winning.
It turns out he's the one behind this stoppage.
He told us to stop the stoppage.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
such
no.
an Inquisitor thing.
That
though,
is a
isn't
very
it?
Inquisitor move.
It is. Yeah, it's true.
All right. Marcus is the first in this round of combat.
Cool. Sarkis has a special ability that means he shoots before initiative. So he goes twice.
All right.
Sarkis is a dirty cheater. He also reloads as a free action.
Oh, I was going to say it's
forgot
going
to
to be
target any.
you're firing from. It's going to be difficult because you're shooting from a moving
Okay.
train.
All right, so that's
still
minus
like
10.
yeah, that's still 4 successes.
Still 4 successes.
I looked
Sarkis
at
does
the-
not have a
With rapid
projector.
fire for a bunch of damage.
Any dodge?
It's okay, I get another shot. Oh, great. Do we have any
He cannot
superiority on
dodge.
this?
Cannot dodge.
Do we get superiority on this?
We
we
did.
did.
Yes.
superiority.
Well, you've got no. Oh, what is it? There's 3 bits, isn't there?
We have a lay of the land.
But we don't know our enemies, or we wouldn't have been surprised by missile launchers.
Got lay of the land, definitely.
Good.
I thought we did do know thy enemy.
Know thy
Didn't do enough,
foe.
apparently.
Well, yes, but this
Apparently
is just yeah. Know thy battlefield and know thy players. So you definitely get know thy players. And an awful lot of strategy to get an advantage over their foe. Yes, you get that. You 100%
Cool.
have an orthodox strategy, and you know thy
That's an
battlefield.
understatement.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you set the superiority to 2 then? Since we
Yes,
two,
I have.
I'm assuming. Very good.
Hey.
Now I can roll properly against the difficult.
Yeah.
And flub completely. Wait, no, that's still 2 hits.
Ooh, what's it?
Ooh, that didn't
Oh,
how
that's
opposed
new.
tests work.
Yeah.
Well, he failed his dodge the first one, so he can't dodge this one. So he just tests his Soakin. Again.
7 damage. Slide.
Nice. Don't forget the from the first one.
What would that have been the same?
It would have been +4 because I forgot to add difficult.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been 9 damage.
So 9.
Okay. Oh,
That
Mass.
health bar did not go down very much.
No, I haven't percented yet. Oh, okay, Mass is hard. Come on, actually update.
That it is.
That's a 97.
There we go.
Okay.
Did it correctly ignore the 3 armor?
I think so.
Cool. I had 7 magazines.
Wait.
Why is it?
Wait, hang on.
Doing that again.
Why did he attack?
Remember the
Oh.
remember. Okay, so you don't get the dodge roll, but you don't get the counter with ranged. You only counter with
You got 3 at 21.
you only counter with melee.
Where's the
that's what
second
I'm
guy?
asking.
Yeah, melee is the opposed rolls. The ranged attacks are not.
There's also only one of them on the combat track.
Yeah, I'm adding the other one in now.
Let him set up the counter.
Apparently, ammunition is by bullet, not by magazine.
Ah,
Rude.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric shot.
It is my turn, yes.
Oh, his health bar went down pretty far, actually.
Yeah, no, you did good job, Mitch.
I'm gonna shoot the other one just because I don't want to waste a melt shot on a guy who's mostly dead already.
Right.
No, we should definitely all be shooting the same guy to reduce the number of missiles coming at us.
Well, the thing is, there are other people in line here.
Yeah, but how many of them have long-range weapons?
That's a good question, actually. How many of y'all have long-range weapons?
I don't.
I do.
Discard?
What's up? Sorry.
Do you have a long-range weapon?
No.
Fuck. Okay,
I am
Serena, how good a shot are you?
I mean, I'm hitting with a bolt gun on a 60, so
And it would
reasonably
be
good.
Okay,
it
yeah,
would
pretty
be
you can take out Paradise 2. I'm gonna
Yep.
try for the one that isn't damaged because, again, Melta.
I can try throwing
that's
a
fair.
mono knife.
Wait, hang on. My Melta gun says range extreme for some reason.
Oh.
That's
That feels wrong.
That doesn't
incorrect.
sound right.
Did it used to have medium and you gave it a range upgrade?
Yes, an upgrade of 1.
Uh,
Does superiority give you more?
Range, probably.
no?
Good.
No.
Don't think so.
Pretty sure the range upgrade is 2, though.
Is it? I thought it was only 1.
Pretty sure it's 2.
Hang on, let me double check.
Because my pistols are short. Omniscope, right?
Yes, I believe. Yeah, I have an. For some reason, I thought that was only 1. I could have been shooting them earlier. Damn it!
You should have shot them again. Oh well.
We've only got.
Great. Can I
10
get a free
points.
shot because I have the wrong range?
Go for it. But it'll be more difficult because it's range.
Yeah, that's fair. It was difficult. Wait, I forget how superiority works.
You check the superiority box in your attack at the top of your
Oh, it
attack.
just adds success levels. It doesn't
Yeah.
change that. Okay.
Yep. I believe it only gives you 1 use per round per player, I think.
I don't know. So, is that difficult then, or
Well, not difficult because difficult's just begun a train. So what is?
right? And this is an extreme range. Trying to hit
Yeah.
something even through an omniscope is like 2 millimeters high.
Yeah, you're trying to hit a small target that's in the dark, because of course they're in the tunnel.
With a slag of molten metal.
Yeah.
Well then.
Well, I mean, I hit.
He's
I
not
hit
dodged.
very well indeed.
Yep.
He's still up. I fucking hate this.
Told you.
That
He's
was
only
a
just up,
long-range
to be
one.
fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That was the
First shot.
shot that I didn't think I could take before.
Yeah, now you're into
I'm
normal
only
difficult
in
shot.
hard because- yeah, difficult. Do I still get superiority? I think I still get superiority.
You still got
Yeah, once
superiority.
per round per player.
Oh,
once
yeah.
per. It was that a previous round?
That would be a previous round.
I love doing that. How am I a worse shot when I'm closer?
Space magic.
Clearly, the rocket must have bumped the train a little.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
the
Clearly.
last update's really changed how this works.
Yeah, it seems improved.
Well, whatever cover he had is gone because I have. Ooh.
Played him.
I mean, you hit the he hides behind the cover. You hit the cover. It burns through the cover, and it's like a bolt. It bulges on him, and then it blazes
Oh,
across his
I
face.
got him with the fucking spall. Hell yeah!
Shards of glass all over the place.
Yeah,
He's stunned for an hour, so he's done.
He looks down.
Yeah, he's gone.
He looks down. There's a hole in his like you can see through him. And down.
Well, that was a productive turn.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's so.
Melta.
You straight
Those
your camera.
bitches.
Okay, I don't have a long range action, but I can take the help action to spot for Sabina and give her a free advantage.
Thank you.
That works.
Indeed, it does. This is actually the first time I've used this bolter in the entire campaign so far, so let's see how it goes.
Allow me to apply the sacred unguent.
No. We know what your sacred unguents do, sir. Get them off my bolt.
They just don't do anything.
Well, if they work.
If they work, then it doesn't jam. Bolters are reliable, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe you're not using the correct sacred unguents. Maybe you just liquefied the money and tried to put
I can apply the sacred unguent to the train. Oh well.
That'll do it. And for the record, no,
train
bolters
wouldn't
do
jam.
not have reliable.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, that's las guns. You're right.
Yes.
I could have sworn bolters had it too. Whoa.
That is not how to dodge, my good man.
I'm
I
trying
was all, ooh, nice roll. And then I saw this other zero pop up.
I'm trying to figure out how you hit with a 68 versus 60.
Because of it.
I applied superiority.
Oh, you applied. Oh, yes, it's there at the end.
Yeah.
Oh,
if I hadn't
actually,
applied
shouldn't they
superiority,
be applying
that would have been a miss.
superiority to their rolls too.
No, it only
No.
affects us.
No, it's only a positive, not a
Torn
negative.
apart. He is dead.
Ha-ha!
All his friends are covered in red.
All right.
Eric will fist bump Sabine, and then
Thank you.
immediately regret it because blank.
Well, the thought's appreciated. I'll give
Nails on
back
a
the fist
chalkboard.
bump. It's a nice thought. I mean, if I crit +7 a man with a bolt gun rapid fire, the fist bumps feels like a nice payoff.
All right. So small
Oh,
arms
wait,
fire is
sorry,
coming
yes,
in now.
Turn.
Can I apply my? Can I do the whole shield
Yep,
protection?
that's an armored core.
for my direction thing.
Hey, I remember that guy.
Because I think I have that for. I think that's one of the things I can do with shields. Go double check.
Just gonna block the missiles. Standing on the front of the train.
I mean, that
Road
there is
Warrior style with your shield.
That's
Just don't do it for you.
That's the thing I
Sorry,
could do
sorry.
with the shield. It's a. Let me go take a look.
That is beautiful, sir.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Absolutely
weapon.
phenomenal.
Should militia support not be gone because he is now?
Oh,
a
yes.
swinger?
And he's not taking any more action for sure.
No, that's the one that Sabine just turned into chunks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the man that got salsa. We don't worry about him.
The one that I left bleeding out with a gaping hole
enough.
in his chest. He's also out for the count.
Yeah.
Once per round, when you target maybe a ranged attack from outside your zone, you can brace yourself against incoming fire on the attacker zone. If you do so, gain bonus armor equal to the rating of that attack of your shield. Also, and all subsequent attacks originating from the zone. So yes, I am currently Captain American shielding bullets coming from the zone outside, zone coming at the train.
Noise.
I'm betting they have better than 2 resolve, so they won't be we won't get an additional superiority here. But those might be elites.
Maybe, but we'll see.
All right.
What is the rating of my shield? Let's see.
Well, if they're elites, then we gain a resolve for killing them.
No, they weren't elites.
Sorry, we gain superiority.
Right. Mario,
Bank to melt the blast. Okay.
this guy is going to take shots at the guy at the front.
I will be protected. I will interpose myself and use my shield to protect us for that.
I'm leaning out the window, taking full auto shots. This guy's just standing on the cow catcher.
These guys are not fucking prepared.
Nope.
Do I need to roll against that? Or
then again, to be fair, a train the size of a goddamn oil tanker is bearing down on that.
Well, they're having a lot of trouble locking on to the train, and they just refuse to lock on to the train tracks.
I'd be shitting myself too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just too big.
Yeah.
All right. So this last guy is going for the Hail Mary. He's running forward. He's going for the what do you call it? The missile launcher, but he's not going for the missile launcher. He's going for a missile.
He's going
to manually.
Is he going to try and?
He's going to throw it. He's lobbing it.
I'm sorry,
doesn't disable the safety device.
Yeah, he's basically primed it. He's using like a mortar shell. Remember Saving Private Ryan when they were smacking the mortars and then throwing them? He's doing that to try and blow the train track up.
So you need to make a tech test.
Yep.
Please tell me if he fails the tech test, it just blows up on him.
That just doesn't blow up at all. It just goes ping. No, I'm sorry, honk.
Well, it blows up.
Unless he, crit fails or something.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But he's standing. He is standing on the train track when he blows up.
But he
doesn't. Fine, we still got 3 tracks left.
I would say he has it in his hand when he blows. He doesn't have it on the train track
Well,
itself.
the thing is, Discard, they have a bit of a blast radius.
Yes.
Well, yes, but I'm saying he probably shielded the train track with his body, though.
No, he was holding it above his head. He was about to throw it.
Yes.
So, yes, we're going to need one more tech check as you come into the train track and not derail on the new hole.
Tech or piloting?
Piloting.
Okay.
We're going to make this one difficult.
All right. This is you, Sabine. You have this. You are the woman for the hour with your
Make it hard.
Reroll test.
It's going to be hard because there's just been an explosion. Guy's just gibbed himself, which is what would happen if you tried that trick from Saving Private Ryan.
Yes.
Well, indeed.
I mean, to be fair, for me, that's successful
got a lot
failure.
Of fate points to burn.
Like anything but 100 or a success would have been rubbish, but I think 100 is just like he blows himself up in the wrong spot. Whereas,
yeah, the 100 you have to go with the cinematic experience.
But if he rolled like an 80, he would have thrown it off the side and it would have just exploded away from it would have rolled off the train track or something like that. But yeah, he just. No one's actually attacked him, to be fair.
He sort of solved himself in that regard, didn't he?
No, he's saying that these are the insurgents we've been dealing with.
He was responding to what I posted in chat.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
All right. So, can we have this last hard check?
Sabine, if you could just give it a shot and.
Yep, sure. Am I still getting the advantage from the train crew?
Yeah.
Cool.
You're surprisingly unfazed by all the gunfire.
Gunfire.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Gunfire. The gunfire is normal. It's how they kept them motivated beforehand.
All right.
I also I thought we'd already stopped.
You use the new pothole to slow down.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I thought we'd already stopped, which just meant
No,
Hang on,
no, we were still
I
barreling towards.
drive by that guy. Right, okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I missed.
Yes.
Damn.
All right, the train slams in. I didn't
Okay with this.
actually plan for this. I expected
You
it.
were expecting us to derail.
Oh yeah, I'll send it. Actually, 1 second. Create scene. Scene.
You expected us to be much worse at train.
We flummoxed Grace so bad he has to actually like improv an entire combat encounter. This is amazing.
Right, where's my maps? I want to show you what you have destroyed.
I'm sorry, Gray.
Just I've done work on this, so
Well, no, the train is fine. We succeeded.
yeah, I know. But what I'm saying,
Destroyed nothing.
I don't.
This is what we have not destroyed.
this is what I expected.
There's spoken in the
cannot
scene
see
that
it.
does not have
We
vision.
see the void, Grade.
Damn you!
The void.
I always think that's been turned off because I always think I've turned off that as automatic.
Yeah, no, it keeps turning itself back on because it's a jerk.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, that's you know what?
You were playing
I understand
That's what I
it's going
expected.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that I could have totally seen it going that way, but it's nice to occasionally beat your expectations
It's good to be competent.
every now and again.
But I'm also not the type of GM that's going to take it from you just because I've tried everything I can. I even exploded the guy on the train track. You got there fair and square.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to show you the map I spent time on.
After
fair.
1,400
Yeah,
experience points, I expect us to be
valid.
able to be competent in our primary focuses.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it's us.
I actually thought the plan was just to ram the train in and derail it.
That
No,
was
no, no,
my
no, no,
initial
no.
plan, and
Yeah.
then everything else happened, and it's like, well, I guess we're doing this instead.
No, you see,
Like, we're
because
actually being
I
efficient.
recognize the Inquisition's actual goal of getting this planet on side with the Imperium with as minimum blood loss as possible.
Yeah.
So now that so back over here on the
On the main
yeah,
train.
no, but
Yeah.
my original plan was absolutely just to derail the train into the station and use the chaos to mop up.
can you pull those those train things and just put it along the line here then?
I don't know if I saved them.
Probably not live.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You can't really
Yeah,
do it
but
live.
this way of Blade, if we can have Sir Topping Hatem take full credit for
That's
restoring
true.
order to one of his
That's
train
true.
yards.
That's
his train
essentially what
stops.
I was thinking.
And
most of
exactly as I said, we're just providing the core of fire of muscle for the group, whereas he's providing everything else important.
All right, so let's see what
He's
states.
bankrolling us, but we're doing the actual work.
And I'm definitely going to be calling in some favors with the Mechanicus to get this train repaired properly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And we can give the news to say that due to the noble work of
They
our,
had
of
missiles.
our local magnate, Mr. Topping Hatem, the trains will now resume proper scheduled deliveries. And we can get him a nice interview. How's that?
And hopefully that'll get him in that'll get the Mechanicus in his good graces and help integrate the two, because that would be great for this planet.
We'll see.
Hey, no promises. It's the 41st millennium, no promises.
Don't need promises where you're going. All right, can I straighten these up quick?
That one time when Majin Buu healed a blind kid. Okay, thanks, Boo.
Wait, stop it. Copied the entire thing. That's what we're doing it. that one. So about this on the fly.
Well, at least something got derailed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Not
given
wrong.
with this party.
All right.
See, that's why this is the perfect setup. Either the train got derailed, or Gray's plans did.
We
Or
could have
both.
foiled all this by planning for both outcomes, but that would be extremely difficult and require a level of trust in,
I mean,
in the players.
You would have,
It's just
you would
not
have-
there.
Well,
yes,
the
you would have
players
had
and
to
also
pay.
the dice, because we're only here
Well, yeah.
because the dice have decreed it so.
We rolled about slightly worse than average, I think, most of the time. Our enemies rolled significantly worse than average,
Yes,
though. You are correct
there
about
were
that.
2 100s
Yes,
on the
but
enemy
look,
side in the span of about 5 minutes.
this clearly shows the Omnissiah has his eyes on this planet. Did he stop to intervene when the psychic bullshittery was going on? No. How about when we were trying to stop Robot? Was it? No, it wasn't Stop Robot Fight Club. It was Stop the Other Underground thing. No, not really.
Oh.
But as soon as the train is in
not really.
danger, yeah, the odds are in our favor.
Like, I'm
Look, the
looking back-
Emperor helps us in his own way. at all
looking
times.
back at the numbers here. There's an 80, a 30, which is the best roll they've had all night. There's a 91, 2 100s. These guys are rolling like shit.
Do not
And I'm not
mess
complaining.
with the trains of paradise. Clearly.
All right.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
pretty much any other day, Gray would have gotten to use that other map. This is a goddamn miracle.
And try and keep Sir Topping Haddam away from the black ships if at all possible.
So why would he be going to the black
He
ships?
might be a latent psyker.
I think I would have noticed that.
Yeah, well, you didn't really get close to him.
There we go. We have a train.
I was across
You were
the
the rope
table
with
from him.
Yay!
Yay!
Train, behold its fineness.
You didn't even change any of the sound.
No, this is a
Need
time thing.
No, I understand it. I just think it's funny.
Okay, so
I can get rid of the triangle now.
I mean, the zoning works perfectly fine. It's schizophrenic enough for battle lines.
Pretty crazy. Yeah.
Gray,
Okay.
you are a beautiful
I say
man.
we keep the train box just because it's a
you're-
very helpful.
Yeah.
train.
all right,
like-
so
Train.
you managed to not crash
That could
yourself
be
in.
anything.
All right.
Train adjudicators, deploy.
All right, we know Mario's on the front.
Yes. I'm on the front.
Sarkis has apparently lost his
That's fine.
whipping again.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Again. See what I can do about this.
Then I guess the servitors are in the second car
Appearance.
back or something.
I've got it. It's just not applying.
Yeah, that's weird.
Boom. I got it. I got it. It's working for me anyway.
Yeah, it's just for you.
Well,
No, I see it too.
all right. It's just broken for Gray. That's
Yeah.
He
fine.
also has a green dot for some reason.
Pay no attention to the green dot of favoritism.
Green dot of favoritism.
Oh, Gray, you also need to rearrange the doors because you've changed.
That's
them.
one for the out of context.
Oh yeah. We'll ignore the
Why do I
doors.
have an Imperium logo on my head? That is curious.
Physicist
That's the
build,
Vindicare mark. Sorry about that.
physicist build a
Oh, nearby
black
blank.
hole bomb at 11.
That makes sense.
Hello.
I'm actually just going to
Fine,
delete
I've
all
gone
the
down.
How
other
have you
text.
forgotten?
There we go. All the other data's gone. All right.
Air
servitors.
authority. Good. Now they don't think I'm important.
And then we've got servitors at the back.
I cannot get that skill to trigger for the life of me.
No, you tried, bless, but no.
I didn't even try rolling for it when we were meeting Sir Topping.
Oh, fair point.
That's true. He didn't.
I knew what was going to
Didn't
happen. I'd
either.
roll that. But I also had an in, so I didn't need to.
Paradise Militia 10 is just cowering.
I mean, we are very
Did
scary
you
people.
blame him? Like,
No,
look at
I
it from his
can't,
perspective. The two nearest missile people got blown up. One dude tried to do this, mortar bomb trick and blew himself up. He's not exactly surrounded by competence.
And then the train did not derail despite running over a pothole the size of a man.
Not only did it not derail, it ran
Great.
directly over half of their heavy weapon emplacements.
Great.
And
I feel the need to ask, do
Yeah.
we get an additional superiority?
Probably yes.
there was at least one elite in those heavy weapon emplacements that did not get out in
I was thinking
time.
just for sheer,
Audacity,
chutzpah here.
awesomeness.
We have
That's
just
more
pulled
assertive than I
off
expected.
something that
You're probably
should
not that
have
far off
happened.
breaking their morale. Put it that way. You're not going to have to kill all these guys, I don't think.
Good. Yeah, once our superiority reaches their resolve, they probably will run away. Probably. Not a guarantee.
Right. So make it messy, make it quick. Gandalf was a little bit different that day.
Remember, don't blow up the entire station.
Right. We're here to maximize personnel damage, not collateral damage.
Where are all the rest
Exactly.
of the enemy? Where's the rest of the enemies at now?
Many of them ran away or died.
Yeah.
Are the guys who are manning the guns on the other side, on the outside towards the rioters still there, or what?
I think we ran over both sets of guns.
Or the
yes.
bow wave of chaos probably ran off a few of us. Like
Yes.
you basically had a tidal wave of gore in front of you, and that's probably not done very well for the gun emplacements.
Flying sandbags,
No.
their friends.
Been a
Probably a
bad
straight
day.
flying cannon knocking someone out as well.
Not to mention the rioters that are going to be running in here any second now.
Yeah, they've probably seen this, and if they aren't shitting themselves in terror, they're probably saying, hey, this is an opportunity for us to get in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you don't
The
think
big
Stopping
gun
has a few people in the crowd by now, I don't know what to tell you.
The big gun is no longer threatening to shoot us. We should take the big gun.
Yes.
So I have a question, Greg.
Even more importantly, there's a train here.
Did the one missile that get in that hit the train's big train face? Does it give it a more angry look on it? Like
It's giving him like a proper one-eyed, it was a skull anyway because it's 4K, but it's giving it a proper.
They haven't been fully 40K'd yet.
Yeah, it's a proper kind of like.
The teeth have been knocked off, and
Now he's got a dashing scar on one side of his face.
Let the GM speak.
Yeah, basically what they were saying. It's got a scar down one side. It looks like it's a proper like this is going to go down as like some sort of relic. You can just feel that already.
Oh,
it was already a relic too.
There's no doubt.
Yeah, but it's going to have a proper storied history now.
Mm-hmm. Getting even
This
more
is the
relic.
train that broke the strike.
Yeah. So, Sarkis, you're up first. The doors slam open, and chaos
ensues. Is there anyone in my field of view I can shoot? No.
No, not.
Yeah, you haven't actually put any tokens down for us to see.
Yeah?
I can see one militia guy.
You'll see all the others.
Nope.
No.
Hey?
Are they hiding inside buildings?
Oh, they're all... 1 second. Even though I've toggled their visibility, apparently...
Let me give myself 100
there we go.
of vision.
I toggled them on in the...
Nobody directly in front of me that I can shoot. It's terrible. That means I waste my my quick draw. Oh well, that's the way it goes.
I mean, you might be able to get a line on Militia 8.
No. 1, 2, 3. He's 4 zones. He's 3 zones away at least, and he's behind these walls.
Oh.
Not wasting manstopper bullets to try and shoot through walls.
Well, you could always just reposition because I don't.
Yep, that's definitely what I'm doing. Oh, don't target. Stop targeting yourself.
I meant like before because we aren't.
No, it's before initiative. I get a free shot before initiative.
No, what I'm saying is you can just decide to have come out a different place.
No.
to begin with.
I'm going to
Alright.
stick with the rolls. I was definitely on that side of the train. All right, great. I'll move up to these. I'm assuming windows. See this guy through them, and bang.
Yep.
Make sure I'm equipping my man-stopper bullets. Very good. Rapid fire, because this gun doesn't know how to stop. And let's spend some superiority, because why not make this a bloody mess? Thank you, advantage, for that lovely +8.
Right, you may as well dodge or he's going to die. Probably going to die anyway.
He's probably going to die anyway. He only got a +3.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think +3 is going to cut it when you have
Yeah.
+8.
No, he lived, apparently. Gray, is there enough stuff
Yeah,
around here for me to take cover after shooting?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's a
Cool.
window.
Because that is part of the move action.
Okay,
And why I
very,
picked this window.
very important. Is this the same zone as this?
Well,
Hope he doesn't have grenades.
no, that is below the transport. That is the platform.
Okay, because the way the lines are drawn makes it kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Okay, is this the same zone as this?
Yes, that is. Yes.
Okay, because that means that thanks to the law of adjacency, these guys are in extreme range of me, which means I can shoot them.
I approve.
I think I'll shoot the assault because the assault makes me think he's probably more dangerous.
And he might be more important.
And there's my character sheet.
Why did I turn that off? That was
on
dumb.
this.
Very dumb.
More dark or poorly lit. I don't think that's a factor here. Greg, do I get an advantage for surprise?
I think they know you're coming.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, are they in shock, or is that?
On the one hand, they are surprised. On the other hand, they knew we were coming.
Yeah,
probably counters that.
I was gonna say, I guess the shock factor is just adding to the superiority there.
Yeah. That's why I gave you an extra superiority. Oh,
that's a 1.
That's a 0-1.
Ooh. Ooh.
Dodge. Dodge. Doesn't dodge.
I mean, not dodge well enough.
He does technically dodge, but that's 21 damage to his head.
I mean, congratulations. What might have happened there is he dodged well enough for one of his ears to survive.
Yeah. Yep, straight in the head.
I struck his forehead. He's blinded and bleeding. I think he has bigger problems. But...
The giant gaping lack of wounds, you mean? Yes, quite.
Yeah, he's blinded and bleeding because I put a fucking hole straight through his head.
That'll blind most people.
All right, so that was a
you also
bad
use an energy weapon, which isn't known for bleeding, but okay.
Magic.
I mean, it microwaved his head. I could see it bursting blood vessels and causing. So
yeah, fair point.
Gillar.
Bing! The sound of his head being ready.
Bing! Target neutralized.
We won't skip the sound of popcorn. Right, Gildor.
Well, he's going to hop into the next train with the servitors and just shout out, "Come, servants of Capitalis, reclaim what is rightfully yours."
Oh yeah, I forgot I have another action. I'm gonna go ahead and take cover as well.
Yeah.
Do a leadership test to get these guys moving.
Wow, that advantage is very useful.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's still going to take them a minute to disembark, but they're going to do it really well.
Yep. Right. Sabine?
Right, I was in the driver's cab,
Yep.
so I am going to. Well, I'm just working out where I am roughly. Would it be? Actually, wait. Sorry, I'm overcomplicating this. I have a long range gun. I'm just going to stick my bolter out the same gun port I used earlier and see if I can pop this militiaman one over here because I reckon I've got a decent line of sight to him. Side. Let me just lock onto him. There we go. Sometimes the simple solution works. Sometimes the simple solution is simply apply bolter.
Good face.
Apply bolter to forehead.
Applying a bolter is almost always
Bolt
the right
gun, apply
solution.
directly to the forehead.
Damn it! I was trying to work out how to make that meme work. You fiend.
You don't make it work. You just say it, and everyone hates you.
Well, quite. Oh, it's
His
going to be
leg is
hurting.
not having a good day.
No.
No.
Admittedly, he's
No.
probably doing better than his buddy across the station, across the platform.
Not difficult, but yes, probably.
He still has a forehead.
There's that.
He still
he
has
actually-
a frontal lobe.
Well, quite. I think he's alive on one wound, isn't he? Which is just
looks like
yeah,
it.
he is.
Yep.
Dang. Can you use your movement action to reload?
No,
I don't
No.
know, actually.
no. Reloading is its own action.
Gotcha. Okay. In which
There only went
Combat tracker just cleared.
Yep. Apparently had still had everyone selected.
whoops.
There you
Well-
go. Let's deselect someone and delete him. There we go.
However, I don't think you spend ammo on normal attacks. Let me double check.
I was rapid firing.
That spends ammo.
Exactly. I basically get 2 rapid fire rounds in my mag. So,
Yep.
and I rapid fired the first guy with the missile and rapid fired that. Pardon?
Oh, you get 2 shots. Very nice. 132.
You-
Does ammo not spend on basic attacks?
Let me check.
'Cause,
Anyway,
like, I hit.
I tell you what,
It's spending.
if you
it
sort
when
that
I
out in the
do it.
background, I'm just going to say take cover for my movement action because I'm still in the train cab. I can just use that, presumably. Ding. And combat tracker. Where's the enter button? Ding.
Oh, someone just called me a second.
All right. Just as Mario's turn comes up.
What's up?
Ammunition. Standard cost.
How it always goes.
Going pretty well for you, though.
You get back over
So far.
What the fuck was that?
I'm assuming he's shouting at his dog.
Probably.
Maybe.
It's a husky. You know, these things happen.
Oh, that's a terrible dog to get, unless you have too much yard.
Okay, sorry. What's up?
Oh,
It's your turn.
we're assuming you were shouting at your husky then.
No, the someone else. I got called over and got someone else as a shout out husky.
Oh, okay.
It was the dog
so
then.
were
It's
you
fine.
Where do y'all want the one melee guy? Because I do not have any actual fully ranged abilities. Because
As close as you can get to someone to stab.
the main thing
yeah,
is
there's.
that the main thing is that when the people start moving on our position, I can be defending y'all, or I can dive deep and try and stab them myself.
Well, I think at this point we're going purely for shock tactics, trying to just get them to break.
Yep.
So.
All right. So Gray, I have,
Yep.
I have a
Go on.
question. So this is a different zone over here, right?
Yes.
That
So
looks
I
like
can
you're
move
moving
from-
through.
There's be 1, 2,
Yep.
3 zones to get there.
Is it 3 zones? It's only like over here is like 1 zone.
That's 1 zone.
Because this
Yeah,
one
you're
zone.
That's
is
2
one
zone.
zone.
That's 3 zones.
Yeah, but no,
Yeah,
this right
there's
here
a
would be
line.
one. This
Oh,
right
that'd be
here is all
1.
1 zone though.
Yeah, but that'd be 2
This is
outside.
only 1 zone.
That's a zone, and that's a separate zone.
Yes, that'd be 2 going that way.
How about this going in through here? Would that be a zone?
That would be one zone. Yeah.
Because these guys are like going 1 zone away. This guy's
I
like,
was gonna say dive through a window and go for militia assault here.
all right, I'll run back if someone else needs to. So I'm gonna go and dive through this window over here,
dude,
slip
blend.
over and meet and say hello. Good. It's like the train shall run on time. But first things first, I'm going to pat the skull of the train and say that'll do, boy, that'll do.
Ah, yes, our battle
And
cry.
I'll do a
Train will run on time.
That trains will run on time.
This train's
And it's
running on
basically-
people's
So-
guts.
So
But
I
quite
know
a lot
this
of
is
them,
kind of not the time
is
for
the
it,
Imperium
but just
of
to get our
Man.
cover story straight, as far as anyone knows, we were hired by the train line to do this.
Yes,
Yes.
obviously.
As opposed to the reality, which is we asked for help doing this.
All right, so
Which is be allied with him. Yes.
It should be 24 grade to hit the guy. I
I
can't see.
would
I
hope
can't
you
see
hit
the-
him unless he dodges. They haven't been very good at that so
No,
far.
they haven't been dodging well at all.
You can't riposte that at all. So shing.
You exactly killed him.
Yep, exactly killed him.
And I'm still, as Gray has pointed out before, I am still in my my conductor's garb. Now black, white, and red all over.
You just look up at Militia 7 there. Tickets.
I'm gonna tickets, sir. I just punched this guy's ticket. This
Don't
guy
interfere
is
with the
blind.
train schedule.
Either that or it's the Indiana Jones thing of you just punch the guy. It's just like, he had no ticket.
Yeah, Indy was what I was going for there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's my move. So there we go. Onto the.
Look whose turn it is.
The Great Swarm.
Yep.
No, specifically, Militia 7 is going first, so he just saw probably an officer or at least a corporal get brutally hacked apart in front of him.
Yep.
by
Hello.
a man with a sword and shield.
All right. Burst fire.
I will brace my shot. I'll take
I
the
imagine
brace.
you can't do that because he's in the same zone as you. It doesn't matter. He missed. I imagine he's just standing there screaming as he shoots everything but you because his aim is so shaky.
So I don't have to worry about dodging then?
Nope.
Not on that roll, no.
All right.
You're not required to dodge into the bullets.
Right.
You don't even have your shield up. He's just so utterly terrified that he can't shoot a guy who's like 5 feet away from him.
Number 8 is going to pop his way to a window and take a shot at one of the servitors.
Good. They're expendable.
You said you were going to bring them back in one piece.
Yes, I didn't
That's
say how many
true.
bullet holes would be in them. Duct tape still counts as one piece, all right?
Misses. There's 10. 10's down here, it doesn't count. 10 just goes.
10's on the other side of the fucking map.
10's going to run up to here.
Okay,
3.
militia support. Those were the guys with the
Missile launchers, yeah. 4's down here. He only gets to go to here. 6. Well, 6 is here and been wounded. Excellent. 6 actually gets to shoot back. He's going to pop up and probably take a shot at Sarkis.
Hold up now.
I see he has not seen the wall of servitors in front of him.
He's a bit distracted on the guy shooting at him. Combat's weird.
That's true. That would be very distracting if you just got shot in the back of the head.
Thank you, cover.
Wow.
How many shots does he get?
It's a burst shot.
Yeah, that was...
Burst fire just gives you one shot, though. Oh, that was 7 shooting someone else. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it decided not to roll any of those
I
until
think-
until 6 rolled.
I think Gray might have forgotten to switch active once.
Fortunately, I've got
yeah.
cover.
7 has 2 shots there.
Yeah, I'm not bothering reloading every time. Because it's the same stat.
Yeah,
That's
that's valid.
Yep. Misses.
Hey, congratulations.
I duck further behind the wall. I'm ducking behind. I'm cowering behind.
All right. 9 bursts
Covering
out of a
behind.
door.
That's 2.
Oh, it's 2, sorry. Why did it take me?
Oh, there's more guys on the south. Okay.
He's moving up.
Yeah, remember, there's an entire other side of the platform that we haven't touched yet.
They're not important.
They might be important when they start getting closer.
They were important. They would have gotten hit by a train.
All right, this guy is going to run into this building and attempt to patch up his wounds, I think.
Probably
You're a good
wise.
night, man. Trying
Sensible.
not to die.
He should have
I mean,
surrendered.
he survived a bolt gun shell. It's commendable. It won't save him, but it's commendable.
He staples
He
his
rolled a
base.
nat 1 on his Medicaid test.
Yeah.
So
Very nice.
Fair
for
play.
some reason,
Fair play.
Militia 6 is doing that to Militia 9, but
I'll let it slide.
I mean,
of course it would be those two numbers, wouldn't it?
Well,
right. He actually managed to patch himself up, though, pretty well.
Fair play.
nice.
All right, Salt Militia.
Where is this guy?
He's going to go the other way.
Oh, I forgot he was the one in the...
And he will throw a crack grenade, I think.
Hey, no blasters. Stop trying to destroy the train. It's a rental.
That servitor
How to-
takes a heavy amount of damage as the crack grenade explodes right in front of his face.
He's not down, though.
Not down.
If he does go down.
Port 1.
Still perfectly functional.
What's the best thing for support 1 to do?
Oh. You haven't actually hit the...
Run away.
Yes, but that's probably next turn.
Probably screaming.
All right. I assume you have to fire at Sabina with the portable missile launcher.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'm sorry, what?
Gonna make
I mean,
it
you can go
difficult.
after Mario, but...
Gonna make it actually
I
hard.
am in cover as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, difficult. She's in cover. There we go.
Aging packs on the side of the train.
Oi.
You're just adding to the legacy.
Yeah, exactly. Battle wounds, you know.
All right. Now the
Battle
services
scars.
kick in.
Go, our
Right,
crazy
there's
murder
a
machines, go!
This
We all
one.
know how well murder servitors work.
Yeah, I probably get bonuses for my fine leadership.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
These are basic
in
services.
fact, I might also
good.
just say added gets to move them.
Yeah.
Gets to command them. Because he is actively commanding them.
I'll just fan out and pile in. So.
That one will charge in on this guy. That was nearly a 20. Or will
It's funny.
charge into there. Oh, I did change the targeting. That's why it went wrong.
Does tend to happen. Okay, so the servitors are still NPCs. We forgot that, but
I mean, they're
Sure, they'll be fine.
they're at least kicking up high tension, I guess.
that's true. That's very true. They are.
Even if they get blown to shite, I mean, you know, that's going to be one vendetta we're going to do.
I'm basically just going to, at this point, looking at it, because your superiority is now up to 3. I'm just going to move the servitors out, and we'll say that at this point their morale breaks.
Hey!
Because you've done a lot of damage, you've killed several more of them. I'm trying to remember.
And now a bunch of servitors with a lot of very sharp knives are piling out of the train.
Yes, this is a bad day for them. Honestly, I think can't remember. I was trying to find the thing in superiority where it says how much you casualties. Not in the.
Oh, that would be under gaining superiority.
That's before
think.
combat. Oh, gaining
There we
during
are.
combat. Yes.
During combat, killing a leader, an elite, or a number of troops equal to the resolve in a single turn.
Well, you've done that because their resolve is 2.
Oh, okay. Well, then they're already suffering from their whatever their break is.
Yeah.
Their desperation condition. That's the one.
Yeah, so they now reached their desperation condition. They'll probably start surrendering because they think they can reasonably surrender.
That's great.
So, all these guys will throw down their weapons.
Beg for us not to let the servitors have a go at them.
Yeah. One or two of them will probably get finished off by servitors because servitors don't react that quickly.
Paradise Militia 1 probably wishes he had.
Yeah, he might bleed out. We don't know. Not been a good day for him.
It's fine.
News.
Since these guys want to fight so much, we'll send them to fight orcs.
You will hear from upstairs somebody shouting to keep fighting, you fools. You outnumber them. There's somebody giving orders from the top. They're not being listened to, but they're being ordered.
Upstairs, we need to deal with it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Belt over the shoulder, just walking toward those stairs.
I'm just gonna call in the. Who did we call in to get these people collected? The arbitress, or what?
Probably. Or the locals.
That would track.
Let's get the local arbitress in here. Let's fox the local arbitress to riot. What was it called again? Militia broken. Come in, paddy wagon. We need to get the large cell. Put them in the large cells.
I mean, we could always just use the train for prisoner transport.
I mean, the thing is that we need people to mine them essentially.
There is a funnier option.
What's up?
Hand them over to the crowd.
Nah.
Oh damn!
We have they surrendered. Let's not be completely monstrous.
Have you forgotten what universe we're playing in?
I mean, yes, but
remember though, Discord, we're trying to drum up Imperial support. If we say to the crowd, "These are the guys who have shut down your high street,"
I would say,
wish.
Okay, I would just say call the Union guy in to reestablish
we're
control
gonna do
here.
that too, but
just call the Union guy in.
Well, first of all, we need to go take care of the ringleader upstairs.
We're taking care of the ringleader. It's just let's go do that.
I suppose I will charge up the stairs. Oh hey,
You will charge up the stairs.
It's this jerk again.
Yes, the guy who escaped you last time.
Oh God, yeah. Well, let's not let that happen a second time.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to be able to move our tokens over to him.
Not unless we do something like we jump across.
So there's doorways. There's a doorway right in front of you.
Yeah, the thing I tried to move through it. It's counting it as a wall.
Oh, is it doing that thing again?
I'm afraid it is.
Because you haven't actually added a door.
I've told it to add them as doors, but.
Gray, how long would it take me to get to the stairs next to his office?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, everyone outside is surrendering. We're just waltzing up to him.
Yep.
There you go.
It's
door.
just a matter of we can't actually physically move our tokens over there because of the map. There we go.
There you go. You've got doors.
Hey. Click.
Still can't actually move into the room with him because there aren't doors.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't got the door for him yet.
What's it?
All right. As you get close to the door, you'll hear a volley of fire. Stay away! You're never going to take me alive.
Not the plan, anyway.
I will.
Did anyone bring some kind of?
Your terms are acceptable.
Ray, can I roll athletics or acrobatics to get to the other side?
Oh,
to rush
actually,
down the other side over here.
Hang on. Let Discard do the jump first because I want to see this.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. Let's go with do I where that would be dexterity acrobatics. You know what? Let me do athletics.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna like combat roll into the room and then spasm his gun hand.
Oop.
It's
close.
Close.
You basically do that like Looney Tunes thing where you kind of get into the air and get a few steps and realize you've got nothing below you.
Oh, hey,
But
I do actually have a combat shield, so I could just hoist that up, go in, and spasm his gun hand so he drops it.
Do we necessarily need this idiot alive? I was just going to
maybe
suggest put a
not,
crack
like-
grenade.
No,
hey,
but there are
that's-
orcs just 2 systems over, and I'd like to
Well,
send as
the
many
thing
troops as we can.
The thing is, if we take him in alive, that gets us brownie points with the boss.
It's
Yeah,
true
true.
as well.
Can I roll acrobatics just to catch the other side at least, or am I just gonna try not to die while falling, or take damage for falling? It's a marginal fail. It's not like a crit failure, but you know.
We failed a jump, so yeah. If you want to try and scrabble on,
Well, the athletics was just to run around.
Okay.
The jump would be an acrobatics test.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, you
Actually, I think jumps are athletics.
I'm not sure if you'd need to make a test just to run around.
Get over
I'm
here.
not that bad of a GM.
Okay.
You want to do some of your character to realistically do.
It depends on the condition of the walkway, honestly.
It's pretty good. This has only just been taken over.
All right, time for a pincher, I guess. You want to go in
So-
first and soak up the bullets while I come in to
I mean,
make him drop the gun?
I will do the breacher. So I will do the breach for the thing and kick the door open.
Sabina,
and go
if
in.
you could please step off because I'm going to do a psychic thing.
Reasonable point.
Anyway, so great. I'm gonna do the thing and kick the door open
All right.
and go in. And point my gun at point my sword at him, being like, "You are hereby judged for causing lateness in the nth degree, for disrupting the democratic train delivery process. You shall be," as he's firing around me, "subsequently judged."
Oh, I can't roll
once-
to hit for my life tonight.
Well, once I'm sick of hearing that, I'm just gonna step in and spasm.
All right.
I should probably actually target him. And spasm. Okay, it's not doing the blank thing. That's nice.
Apparently, I can dodge it.
Yeah, it's an opposed test.
All right.
No.
So yeah, he drops his gun.
New.
He like with that many success difference, he probably just like goes in full spasm. Like his hand turns to a claw as he drops to his knees. Bolt pistol, which has been firing wildly, making a pattern like around Mario, just like slams to the floor.
I will come over and I will come over here and apply manacles to him. Do I need to wrestle him at all, Gray?
Yep. And I'll dog the pistol.
I will do the thing. I'll truss him up. I will manacle his arms together. Then I'll manacle his legs together. Then I will manacle his legs to his arms.
You don't need to go all the way here. You just need to get him so he's not going to shoot us.
I'm tying him. I'm just trussing him up.
So does anyone remember this guy's story?
And wait, do I still have this? Oh no, I don't have this one.
He's the militia guy
bye
burning
bye.
churches a few sessions ago.
Oh right,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, fancy seeing you here again.
Who are you?
We're the guys who foiled you last
Oh right, we were just
We
Yes.
are
Yeah.
we,
Yeah, fair point.
we are the conductors, and we are currently ensuring that everything runs on time.
I always love that in things. I mean, and you know, like when you get there, it's just like, who are you?
Hello again.
We're
Who are you?
union.
Are we having a psycho moment?
Bit of one, yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay.
10-meter fall, Jesus Christ.
Oh dear.
Okay. Just so I didn't take any wounds from the actual train check, because
Where were
Did
you?
you
when
have
you-
the vent? Did you have the vent now of all times?
Okay, so he slams into the ceiling.
yeah, because I was going to say he's chained up, so I presume his acrobatics check is
I'd
going to
like-
be very difficult.
I'd like to point out we all have to make that test.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
I'm just saying he's going to have a hard time. at
Well,
least.
everyone in this room anyway.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Can
All
we
right.
please not get a lingering effect to?
Except the
No,
black.
It's not the lingering
The lingering effect doesn't happen unless I roll that again in this zone.
the
Ow.
blank is just going to see everyone start floating up into the air and just go,
All right.
yep, Eric's done it
don't
again.
actually have an acrobatics.
It's reflex.
Oh,
It's a
reflexes,
specialty
okay.
under reflex.
This is how he's going to Carmen San Diego away, and you know it, right?
That, admittedly, would be impressive.
Right.
Sabina has a chainsword and he's still manacled. He will fail.
Where's the falling
Oh, yeah.
damage?
Oh,
don't
Jesus.
know.
I will look it up, because it's the goddamn 40K RPG system. They absolutely have a section for it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I assume they do because it specifically points out how far you fall.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
quite.
Actions.
damage and wounds.
It's not in damage and wounds.
That's weird.
Well, let me just do a search. Where's my
Battlefield, maybe? Yes, the battlefield. Okay. Falling. Blah, blah, blah. When you fall, you're not prone. A fall of up to your own height in meters has no additional effect. If you fall... Oh, fuck.
It's a 10-meter fall, so factor that in.
That's a crit to a random hit location +2.
However,
Yep.
for short controlled falls up to 10 meters, the GM may
that
roll
was
the-
the reflexes test we just made.
Yeah. You're not, it's
fair
not
enough.
controlled.
Oh,
None of you were expecting this, and you've all just slammed into the ceiling.
Am I going to have to drag you all back to the hospital tent after this? Is this
Oh,
what's
hell
going to
no.
happen?
We might have to drag you back.
Blank.
I also didn't get hit either, but you know.
No, the thing is, Sabina, it's a physical effect. You still have to make that roll.
Oh, if it's a physical effect.
All right. So it's a random location,
Hang
is
on,
it?
I've got to.
It's a random
check, 2
location, and the crit is +2.
Right.
All right. Well, I failed the roll as well, so
That's
I'm
a
not in the room.
body for him.
Okay, so I passed. I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Most of the purge effects actually do affect blanks because they're physical effects. He just ran into the chandelier, didn't he?
Yes.
Ran is a strong word. That would imply that he was using his legs.
I said
Run.
rammed.
Oh, rammed. Okay, sorry.
So you've got in there. He's all tied up, and suddenly he hits the ceiling again. And there's like a chandelier or a light, something there, and it just slams into him. He's
You
now
just
pinned.
lethal accompanied that guy.
He's pinned
and
to
it's
the
dropped
ceiling.
us.
He's now pinned to the ceiling by the light, being dragged down by his
Right,
own
you-
weight.
Don't worry. No, it basically just lasts for a few seconds, long enough to hit the ceiling, but then you come back down.
Yeah. Then he slams into
Yeah,
the floor.
but my worry is, if he's already got a punctured lung from having impaled himself on a ceiling chandelier, the floor is going to finish him off.
No, it considers both, I think.
Well, no. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think the idea is you
the
go
whole-
up. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Great. You need to hit. You hit me as well.
How do I roll a crit?
If you go
Oh,
to the
Can I
play,
get the random
the
crit table.
there's roll on the tables. Which location do you want?
Just hit me.
It's
Just
random.
Random.
roll random.
That's a
Side
leg.
location.
Leg's good.
4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Oh, that's how you roll a crit. No, that's just add 1 to you.
Doesn't hurt too much. Bleeds plenty.
The foot is splayed apart, causing a major injury and severing toes.
What the fuck is wrong with the ceiling in here?
You're bleeding major and immediately fall prone. Difficult
40
42 pain to
Millennium
sustain.
ceiling fans.
You've lost a toe. You suffer an amputation toe
Oh,
injury for each minute the critical wound is untreated.
I'm going to say this office had a bunch of hanging model trains, and the machine spirits are not
Yeah.
pleased.
What's
Well,
up
yeah.
with
Apparently.
you?
Did you hit him with this or what?
That's
Who
you.
you hit with this?
That's you.
That's me.
Yes.
Oh, God, that's Discord?
Sorry, Discard. I can't treat this. I don't have the medical talent.
What location is a 4?
Body.
Oh no.
Oh
Excuse
yes.
me, I heard someone needed
it's
medical
not head
attention.
at least. But
Yeah.
Did you have to vent your fucking psyker bullshit?
Yeah, I've got to say,
It
this was a
adds-
bad time to vent.
Step outside for that, man.
You could have like just did it some other time.
Well, there's one of Eric's ribs
Minor
gone.
broken bone. I can fix that.
I
Oh, sorry,
cracked
that wasn't
a rib
Eric's rib.
again.
Was it the
Well,
same rib?
I've lost my foot. I need a new leg.
You haven't lost your foot. You lost a toe.
If for every minute this critical is untreated, you lose an additional toe. If you lose all the toes on the foot, you instead gain. My foot is gone. You have took my foot off.
Well, we did call in
Oh.
the Arbites.
Yes.
Maybe they're bringing a medic.
They're bringing a medic enough to stop you from dying.
They don't have enough to unbrag my foot.
You've got an hour before you
thanks
lose the
ablative.
foot. You'll be all right.
You cut my foot off with your psychic
Ooh,
bullshit.
yeah, the ablative.
Ray, I'm going to try and clear Mr. Malicious bleeding condition.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh,
I mean,
first
I
we have to
can-
see how bad you got.
He's all right.
Oh wait, no, you came in after.
Anyone else bleeding?
I'm fine. Does a cracked rib give you bleeding?
Rib, but
Yeah.
I
it
can set
doesn't
that.
give me
No,
bleeding,
I can stop
Set it.
bleeding with my heart.
I didn't set the rib.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Did you hit me,
Oh.
Gray? Did you
All
hit
right,
me?
you know
Or
what?
you putting this all
Hey.
on the main guy?
I can seal wounds.
I think you've.
that's a good play.
I think you've.
I need to drag
you
it.
didn't
You
hit
still
me
just
with.
starts foot.
I haven't dragged it across yet.
Wait, shit.
1 second.
I
You
don't
drag
think-
it across and hit me with it.
I don't think I can use
All right.
seal wounds to fix crits, though.
Ah.
I can dull pain. No, that doesn't help either.
That should have worked. Why didn't that work?
I just need to go buy. I just need to go buy a new foot.
There you go.
Apparently.
This was perfect up until it wasn't.
You must have gone up at that horrible angle just to hit your foot was the first thing to hit the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
War-
As someone who's
it's
broken
clearly
his foot by running into an angled surface, it fucking sucks.
it's
Yeah,
clearly
indeed. So hang
41st Millennium ceiling fans.
So
I would
we've done
need
Mario, we've
shaped
done
flesh
Eric.
to fix that. Sorry.
Yeah.
We've done Mario, we've done Eric, we've done the prisoner. I passed. Sarkis, did you pass?
I wasn't in the room.
Yeah, he came in after this.
Yeah.
Oh,
I came in
okay,
when I
fine.
heard the sound of horrible injuries to see if anyone needed patched up.
Cool.
I was there looking at the mangled remains of his foot.
I can stop bleeding with seal wounds, but I think
I can stop the bleeding with my own heart thing.
This-
you
I
gotta-
thought the
Very nice.
I thought
I have
her
an
friend
automated
was
heart.
bleeding
I
too.
just got this
He
lovely
was, I
image
fixed it.
of you stop the bleeding with seal wounds, you purge, he slams back into the ceiling.
Just don't.
No, I
Not
fixed
again.
him.
No, if I do, was he bleeding and did?
No,
Sarkis
I
not
fixed
fix
his
it?
bleeding.
Okay.
That was the first thing I rolled.
I was hoping we'd go without a Dark Tide moment on this mission, and we were so close.
That
I didn't like it, fine.
blame the
I will
psyker
accept
for
full responsibility. However,
Good.
it was pretty fucking fun.
buy
Yes.
buy me a new
After the
foot.
moment.
Help me buy a new foot. You owe me a new foot.
That I think is a reasonable request in the circumstances. Yeah, did destroy his foot. Pretty
Tried really hard
substantial.
not to whistle footloose.
Blarg.
Did.
No, surely it's 1 foot in the grave.
That might be a better
Cast
episode we
one
get.
spell, purge immediately,
Maybe.
and then destroy everything.
Look, it's
Right,
never
okay.
gone wrong before.
That's not true.
The hauling endothermic mess up places across this entire planet say at other
Yeah,
words
but that
of
hasn't
Satanism.
affected us.
That's a bit like saying, man, the thermobaric nuclear detonation didn't affect me when it happened on the other continent. Anyway, Gray, at this point, can we call in, like, we've done the job. Can I suggest that we call up the secretary and say, we might need a medevac at a quiet location for 2 of our guys who are wounded. But the job's been done. And
All
we've
right.
got the chief as prisoner.
Yeah, we'll send one in.
Cracking.
Do you think we can pass this off as a combat injury?
I think the
So,
minute
combat
anyone
injury?
sees that, and I'm going to point to the blood on the ceiling, that might get difficult.
I mean, not necessarily. You know, gunshots. You have
I
a
was not
bolter.
touched by a single bullet in this entire encounter, but I was laid low by the brain boy's single imperative to use his magic.
This is
They
why
don't have a
psychers are
flamethrower?
hated.
Hey, I helped.
no,
Okay,
no.
I fucking helped.
Yeah.
I got that bolt gun out of his hands before he could
Bolt pistol,
actually
but
hit
yes.
You could.
you. A
Ooh,
pistol
free
is still
I
a
would
gun.
also,
I think
also
his
say-
head.
no cauterizing the wounds, whoever asked for the flamethrower. Do
No,
not
cleaning the
take-
ceiling.
No.
Cauterizing the
No,
wound.
no, 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 no,
Please.
no. Let's just leave. The more attempts we make to obfuscate things, the more chances we have to cause something else to go wrong.
Yeah, you're probably also.
Evidence A, the roof.
Evidence.
The roof is
B,
not on fire.
all this
No.
bleeding I have down here from my stump. I'm glad I have this. I'm glad I have this rope, this mechanical heart that can just stop the bleeding immediately.
Now, in fairness, Discard, at
That's
this
really
point, it's
useful
not a
to
stump. The foot hasn't amputated yet. Currently, it's a lump. Technically accurate is the best kind of accurate.
All right, so yes, we'll be able to get you to quickly extract without hopefully too much in the way of mayhem. And you'll be shipped off somewhere where all the Arbites and local police force come in and secure the site, thank the locals, and of course praise the good work of the what's his face, the train conductor.
Yeah.
Not a bad day's work.
This went great up until when it didn't.
I mean, I'll be honest.
It's
we
still
probably
going pretty
should've seen
great.
that coming.
I hate to say it, but yeah, for everyone other than Mario, it's going pretty well. Sorry, Mario, but yeah.
I could have taken any other crit, but that was like the worst one on the list almost. Besides
I don't know.
outright dying.
I was about to say
Yeah,
there's
it-
fatality ones. Don't go too far.
Yeah. You could have quite easily just died from that. Actually, could you? At +2, is there anything?
If you roll incredibly badly on a +2, I think you won't instantly die, but I think you get hit with the one which is you now have to test on bleeding major and
the
get a 10%
worst-
death check.
That was the second worst. The worst you could have gotten was sliced artery, which would have left you bleeding,
That.
but I could fix that.
Well, I can I can stop bleeding with my heart though.
True.
If you got hit in the head, you wouldn't have died. If you got hit in the body, you still would have got sliced artery. Still could have, rather. You could have, basically just the worst you could have gotten was a lot of bleeding.
Yeah, but the bleeding. Well, this also was a lot of bleeding. The main thing, though, this was a lot of bleeding as well as losing my foot. I am footless now.
It's
Again,
fine.
not
Toes grow
gone,
back.
It's just
Gray, how long does it take for the medic to show up so we can bandage Discard's foot?
Probably about 10-15 minutes because they weren't really on check.
Discard, you lose 2 toes. You're fine.
Well, it's for every minute it says.
Oh, it's every minute.
The thing is, if you can
Yes.
if you can stop the bleeding, don't you just stop it and then not?
No, if
It's
this
surgeon
wound, it's untreated.
Ah.
So no, my
So,
foot's
yeah.
gone.
Yeah, it's not going to be quick for them, and the medic's not going to be there within a few minutes.
I'm going to have to. I need to go in a quick to get a new foot.
I think maybe the Psycho could possibly consider contributing towards the cyber foot that Mario requires. As
yeah.
Anyway, look at the time. Should we call it that
I
and do
have-
the lead up in the next one?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
I have one more augment slot, so like my getting a robotic leg, which is the closest thing to foot, is perfectly
You could
possible.
just get 2.
I only
think-
have an augment slot for 3 augment slots because of my toughness.
Does both of your legs not just count as 1?
No,
that's
it's one per leg.
Augmetic tracks wheels. You got those instead.
Yes, I'll have a wheel. I will have one wheel that I'll skate around the battlefield on my foot. I will be the rolling Jane of the battle of combats. Just
He's got
rolling up.
wheelies. He's got a wheelie on one foot.
So Gray, 50 XP is per normal.
Yep.
Oh dear.
And you get the base. You get the extra. Is it like an extra 150? So give you 200. I will about that because you'll get the extra for completing the mission.
200 XP, did you say?
Yeah.
You did.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, he has a reason for EXP change.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
it
it's
does.
annoying.
Train mission complete.
Nice.
There you go. So
done.
I have 250 XP now, so I can buy another talent. Is there a talent that gives me an extra augment slot? Because
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of understand why the blank hates me now.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That wasn't
the
your
most
finest hour.
dangerous thing the party has.
It wasn't even
We
the
could
blank,
honestly have sailed through that with a golden record, and then you vented in the middle of a room with half the. Could we put a pin in? This is what the Psyker needs not to do next time. Thank
You see, the cycle. See, what happens is you grew complacent because it worked so well so many times. Up until the one time
Well,
it didn't work.
It worked well. It just didn't kill anyone.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
But it does.
Even that one time I was trying to kill people with it.
Let's see. What's the thing that let you fix people again? What's the talent? Medicae?
Oh,
Medicae.
Chirurgeon.
Chirurgeon. Yeah, I was going to be pulling that one.
Okay, you're grabbing it then.
It might help to have two because we're not good at this.
Because I've got the kit.
Okay.
We're not good at it.
You can grab Chirurgeon for next time after I have.
Oh, I didn't get my train crash, but I got a train wreck at the end.
Yes,
you did.
You wrecked the most annoying player, me, Mario.
You're welcome.
Yay!
All right, where's Guardian?
I need more powers.
All right, I'm gonna